Okay, I think it's... Wow. I've only been gone for like 2 weeks and I already forgot how to stream. Wonderful. Anyways. Hi, Mia. Hello, Lamar Zen. Welcome. And thank you for answering my question of the day. Welcome. It will take me a minute to remember how to do this. It's been a minute. Mia says, I already want to leave Florida. Ooh, Florida. Yeah, that's understandable. Hopefully heading to Michigan. Michigan sounds like a great place. Yeah, the Great Lakes area, absolutely. There'll probably be a large influx of people. But as far as like climate goes, that's going to be a great hub. You know, I think one of the biggest concerns that we're going to have in America, we have sound, I know, seriously. What happened was I unmuted my media source, which is above you guys don't get it, doesn't matter, but it's above my microphone. And yeah, there's like 5 things here on my OBS that technology. Anyway, so water situation, and in Michigan, and the Great Lakes region, there's large freshwater lakes, which will be great. We're doing a climate change stream today. I just got back from Portland, from Oregon, and let me tell you, we're gonna move there. I mean, it's what it is. We're moving there. We have to. It's so beautiful and amazing. Lamar Zen said, will I have to migrate? I can't tell at this point. I will say I would like to be somewhere more tropical. I currently live in a desert area. Oh, I can understand that. I live in Salt Lake. So I live in Utah, which is a desert. It's also the place where the new data center is being built. The biggest data center, I think it's the biggest data center in the United States, if I'm correct about that. Yeah, I've been following everything on the Utah, on the r/Salt Lake subreddit, and it's not looking good, my friend. Yeah, people are upset. I mean, rightfully so. Like, it's actually crazy what's occurring. I love this meme though. I prayed for rain and all I got was this lousy data center. Oof. Yeah. So, the meme is, okay. So I've been talking about this for months, but basically, we've been in a period of drought. We haven't had a decent snowpack this year. And the Great Salt Lake is drying up slowly but surely, actually a lot more rapidly now. And what is at the bottom of the lake is toxic arsenic that will be kicked up into the air into the big dust storms and will be absolutely just toxic to the population. And the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox. This guy is something. His solution was, let's just pray for rain. Everyone, let's all pray. Let's all ask God to give us some rain. The government figure, that's his solution. Now, I'm not like an angry atheist or anything that's like, fuck you and your religion. I don't care. If you have religion, that's fine. If you believe in God, that's fine. But I do believe in separation of church and state. Is that too much to ask for? I feel like it isn't too much to ask for. That our government leaders don't depend on religion and God to govern. I mean, what are we in the Middle Ages? Like what? I don't know. Anyway, so he's like, let's pray for rain. And then recently is the Box Elder data center, which is going to be absolutely massive. We also drove through Boise. I'm going to turn this down. We drove through Boise, Idaho, and they've got a huge data center as well. So it was a glimpse into our future. Massive, massive building. Biggest building I've ever seen. One of them. But yeah, so I refly. Oh shit! The first thing you come here having learned nothing about foraging, and you forage the false morel. Look at this. Let me remind you of the difference. Let me remind you. Here's the difference. So a real morel. Oh, here's a good one. A real morel will have a hollow interior. A false morel will have solid stem. No! Eclectic as well. Have we learned nothing? Oh my gosh. Welcome, you guys. It's nice to see you. We had a kind of shaky start today, but we're here. We're making it through, hopefully. Yeah. So look, this is a false morel. You see how it's solid on the inside when you cut it open. Here's ooh. See, someone knows how to forage. Mia got a delicious beefsteak mushroom. Oh, so good. Hi, Danny. What's up? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the bits. So generous. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's so nice to see all of you guys today. I'm so delighted to be back. Back from Oregon. And Shozo, whoa, it's an amazing day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have so much to talk about today. It's crazy. We could talk about anything you want. I'm here for the next 4 hours. So the stream's your oyster. It's up to you what kind of experience we have. But I've got many things. I want to talk more about the data center. I want to talk more about climate migration. You know what? We're gonna change things up around here. We're gonna have more of a climate awareness focus. Toby, come here. Toby's been super needy since we got back. She's been like meowing constantly, sitting on my lap constantly, meowing all night long, and like body slamming the door. She'll body slam, because we close the door. I don't want to sleep with her at night because it's too freaking hot. And so I'll close the door, but then she'll body slam the door. She'll literally just like throw herself against the door. Ooh, I hope you enjoy your pineapple smoothie as well. Anyway, so yeah, she's been needy. I could talk about, I read a few books, and by a few, I mean 2. The things I got from Portland, I got a few nice things. I've got a bunch of pictures. Oh yeah, I got my pictures. Here, I'll show you. We'll bring this up when I'm showing my pictures. And by read, she means, actually, how dare you? Actually, I read an entire book, okay? It wasn't a philosophy book, but actually, no, it kind of was. It was called The Midnight Library. A book of it was, how many pages? I read it so quickly. It was a page turner. I've never read a book this fast. It was 304 pages. Thank you very much. Okay. Fantastic book. Fantastic. It's a book about, I won't spoil anything, and I hope you guys can find a book like this. One where it's just like, you just want to keep reading. You just have to see what happens next and what happens next. It's been a long time since I've read a book like that. I mean, you guys know this. Like, I struggle to read 5 pages of most books. because they just disappoint me. I don't know. Like, they're just boring. They're just not, it's not the right time, you know? Ooh, ego death. Chozo's been working on his ego. He learned a lot. Has been doing some reflection. And Chozo's ego is now dead. Will never come back. Never return. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about Midnight Library. So, imagine if you had infinite possibilities. Infinite options for how you, well, you do. You have infinite possibilities for how you could live your life. Imagine if you could see the outcome of all your decisions. That's what the Midnight Library is about. How do you choose the best life when you have infinite possibilities? I want to read later. I'll probably read an excerpt, or now. I might read it now. I don't know. It's not a Marissa stream without blowing through every single one of the topics in the first 20 minutes. Okay, we need to slow down. I'm getting too excited. Okay, let's. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna slowly. We're not gonna do everything within the first 20 minutes. It's a stream summary, right? And then we're gonna dive deeper into everything. We're gonna give everything its time and place, and then we can return. You know what? Just because we talk about one thing at one point doesn't mean we can't return to it later. This is something I've been reminding myself of. It's like, just because, like, you can always choose to not do something. And just because I have my rituals, you know, like I take my bath on Sundays. And because when I take my bath, I have to do these different steps. And I recently realized, I'm like, wait, you don't have to. First of all, you don't have to take a bath on Sundays. Second, if you take a bath on Sundays, it doesn't mean you have to do this and this, you know, all these other things. Doesn't mean you have to take an everything shower. You can take an everything shower afterwards whenever you want to. Whenever you feel it is right. Let the ritual work for you. Refly answered the question of the day. I basically live near or on land that was taken from the sea. Ooh. Interesting. So, will you have to move then? You might have to move. Oh no. Polder technology, what's that? Is that similar to what they did in Singapore? Because in Singapore, they definitely built, like, I want to say like 30% of their land out to make that giant billion-dollar Marina Bay Sands resort. We do terraforming all the time, which I don't know why. We've got plenty of terra that's already formed. We can just move there. We don't have to make the line. We don't have to make the freaking Saudi Arabia giant mile long building. We've got terra at home. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Polder technology. Land reclaimed from a body of water, such as a lake or seabed. Okay. It's literally Dutch technology. What? That's cool. The ground level in drain marshes subsides. Or maybe they can do this to Florida. Oh, Florida. For all my viewers who live in Florida, I wish you the best. I don't know why that came out. Okay. The ground level in drain marshes subsides over time. All polders will eventually be below the surrounding water. It's so strange to be sitting here and talking to my computer screen, you guys. It's like I've got 10 people in the room with me, but not like I feel crazy. I'm just talking to myself over here. Thank you for being here. I have to move Toby's bum so I can see the screen. It's too late for Florida. Yeah, it's hard. Like, here's the thing. A lot of people don't have the option to move. Please do not move there, though. That's the thing. Don't move there. You do, I feel like you do have the option to not move there. But if you're already there, then that's hard. I'm lucky enough that I have the privilege to be able to move somewhere else. Something I kind of want to talk about is like, what responsibility do we have to the places around us? Because I part of me does feel bad for like running away. That's what I'm doing. I'm running away. But it's like nobody in my area is everybody in Salt Lake, all they ever do is like, somebody please do something. Someone do something, please. And nobody does anything. And the lawmakers, the people in government are not motivated, and they've never been motivated to do anything. And me as one person, even if I were to vote, even if I were to try and select, a lawmaker that would help improve the situation, they wouldn't be elected because nobody else would vote for them. And B, like, nobody's really that concerned. They think it's like maybe the LDS church is gonna just sweep in with their hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's possible, I guess. But do we really want to wait for somebody else to save us? Like the national government to come in and swoop in? I mean, doesn't that just incentivize the locals to not do anything and just wait? It's enabling, right? It enables us to just kind of wait around for somebody to come and save us. And that's how it's always been. I mean, the governor's literally saying, pray to God to save us. He's hoping that God himself will save, okay. All right. So Reflex said, I actually have to pay a polder maintenance tax because the house I live in is 2 meters in the polder. So, polders are a risk of flooding at all times. Interesting. So you have to pay a tax to live in this area. Oh dear. And also, if Belgium, for whatever reason, wants to just flood your area, they probably could. If you guys go to war, well, okay, I was gonna say countries wouldn't do that to themselves, but that's a lie. China has done that to themselves multiple times, I think. So, lovely. Yeah, that's why we're moving. Belgium has done that as well. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. That's why we're moving to Oregon, is because of climate issues. Okay, let me consider this. Consider this, all right? You go to r/Salt Lake, and it's like, God, what I did was I searched top this month. Okay, that's all we did. And it's, oh my gosh, hi, Nori, what's up? Oh my gosh, you made it to my stream. That's amazing. You guys, shout out to Nori, fellow streamer. Super awesome individual, does a variety of things. And is so friendly. So, so friendly. Mods, pray to God for water. No! God is not going to save us. I'm sorry. I don't think they care. Mia said, which region of Oregon did you like the most? Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't you worry. We're gonna get to that. But short answer, the suburbs of Portland. The suburbs of Portland were just amazing. I've got pictures to show as well. It's gonna be great. Just a minute, just a little piece of doom and gloom, and then we'll return to some more lighthearted stuff, I promise. Here's the thing. I want, going forward for this stream, we're gonna be a little bit more grounded in reality. There needs to be a good mix of being grounded in reality and living in fantasy realm. Okay, you need some whimsy. We need some whimsy. We need some magic. We need some galaxy, just psychedelic journey. We need all of that. But we also need to remember that we live in reality. And there are things we can do to fix our problems. Maybe. I don't know. Nori said, is that the infinite universe we ended up in? Everything's so messed up. Just pray to your God. In Utah, that's the way it is. Unfortunately. Reflex said, I don't think they are able to care. Oh, you don't think God is able to care? Yeah, I don't know. Every problem can be fixed or at least dealt with. That is true. That is true. It's just a question of if everyone collectively is going to be willing to do something. Instead of just say, someone do something. We have to recognize these things with a hi creative one. What's up? How's it going? Nice to see you. We have to, enough is enough, you guys. We have to recognize we have these tendencies within ourselves. We have greed. Okay, where each of us has the capacity to be greedy, to do bad things, to be arrogant, to forget. I mean, girl, if I stream for too long, if I don't leave the house for, 10 days at a time, I'm gonna start getting real arrogant. And I was, right before I left for Oregon, I was getting extremely arrogant. I can always tell I'm getting arrogant when I try and bring other people down. And I kind of get in my head with these, these invented, mind game, what does this person think about me? And I don't like this person because because they're not aligned with me. And, these stupid interpersonal things. Sometimes we need to touch grass. Reflex said, sadly, it's almost always about money and therefore we must pray. Well, that's what this is about. That's what this data center, just a little bit of doom and gloom, just a little. That is what this is about. That's all this has ever been about. It's about short-sighted, money-seeking behavior. So there's a massive data center being built, being funded by Kevin O'Leary. I'll leave this meme here. It's so good. It's so real. And I get, okay, it pains me to admit this, but I understand why some people might value AI, okay? But do we really need it? Have we been okay before AI? Yes. We've been okay before AI. How much change is AI really going to bring for us? How much positive change versus negative change? I don't know. Nori says, why are they starting to build data centers everywhere? Money. Big dollars. Okay, Toby, you need to leave. Look, she's on my lap. She's on my, here, I'll show you. She's on my lap. Oh no, she disappeared into the void. Here, you could see her. Here, 1 second. There. She's been staying on my lap like literally all morning. She hasn't left because it's nice and warm. It's kind of cold in here. Mods, let her stay. Oh, I know, but my feet are falling asleep. You don't understand. I'm kneeling right now. I'm kneeling down on my chair because I refuse to sit in my chair in a normal way because, you know, I gotta move. But my feet are falling asleep and they may die. I'm concerned. Actually, I learned that falling asleep is actually, what it is it's not necessarily blood flow being cut off, but what it is the nerve, it can't receive a signal anymore. And so when you start feeling the pins and needles, that's when suddenly all the signal is able to like come into your limb. So maybe my feet will not die. Maybe my legs will not die. But Mia said like body static. Well, I'd have to pull up the video that here. What happens when your feet fall asleep? So here's what happens. When you sit on your foot, you temporarily compress the nerves in that area. Those nerves can't send messages back to the brain normally. And so for the moment, the connection is cut off and you don't feel anything. Yeah, it's about the nerves, usually. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting lost in the... Did she? Oh my gosh. She's so special. Hi, Sam. What's up, Sam? We're doing some... She loves it. Look at her. Look at her little... Oh my god. She's so cute. Oh my god, you're so cute. Okay, you need to leave. I'm so sorry. I'm about to do this. Oh my god, my legs. Oh, my feet. Finally. My feet. Oh, yeah, I feel all the tingling. Hi. Okay. So much happening today, you guys. This is great. This is great. We're having a great time. Woohoo. We're getting control over my legs, ASMR. Yeah. And now the law of the cat has been broken. Oh no, what are the consequences? I'm kind of afraid now. Creative One says, I was made aware how the system, capitalism, healthy competition is good. Cheating by starting at a level that deletes competition. That leaves the one-sided companies unchecked. Yeah, capitalism, a lot of conversations I had with my husband. Oh, I just got a wave of tingle. It's a second wave. Whew. Okay, wait, why is it doing that? Hello? Are my feet actually going to die? I hope not. By the way, happy Memorial Day. Nori has a holiday today, so you're usually working. Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad I could start my stream early just so you could come. Because I love tuning into your streams. Fellow, I'm not sure if I can't remember if you're into mushrooms, but you are very mushroom person coded. You're very, yeah, it's excellent. I love, so fun. So fun. Sorry, 1 second, I gotta massage my feet. I want to incorporate more things like play and just being unafraid to say things. And I think that's what Nori is really good at, is just being fun and having fun. I hold myself back a lot with I don't know, self-consciousness and fucking, I don't know, perfectionism. But I would like to incorporate more whimsy into my life and existence. And I think I can do that if I move to Portland. Not saying Portland is gonna change everything, but you know. By the way, if I missed your comment, please comment again, because I'm slow. Eclectic said the money wouldn't be there if people didn't use AI. People have no self-control or just... Girl, you're saying exactly what I think. Yep. People have no self-control or discipline and feed into it using AI. I'm going to die anyway. Why not enjoy my time? Humans will always be the issue. Yes. Well, yes. Okay. This is literally why AI is everywhere. This is literally why fast food, bad food is everywhere. The problem, we have to take accountability. Individual people have to take accountability. It can't just be like everyone pointing the finger at the fucking billionaires. Okay, everyone loves to do that. I'm not saying the billionaires are not at fault, because they have a lot of responsibility and they're making evil decisions. Okay, I'm not denying that. However, think about for 1 second, like first of all, how can every single problem of a company be blamed on one person? That's not how companies work. They have thousands of people employed by them, okay, working to create the product. And second of all, people are buying the product. They're continuing to buy the product, okay? Think about it from the perspective of the CEO. The CEO is probably sitting at the top and being like, "What? Why are you buying it? If you hate our product so much, why are you buying it, you bozos? You absolute plebs. What do you mean you don't like the ultra tasty, delicious Doritos? You're buying it. You're eating it up. You're taking it. Delicious. We're buying it. We like it. We like the product. We're consuming the product." Now I know there's some nuance with like some people can only afford to blah blah blah. But like Doritos are $6-7 a bag, right? So it's not really a question of affordability anymore. I know I'm talking about food and not AI. We're getting a little sidetracked. I think it's related though. It's the same thing. I mean, like fast food is very similar to AI generated slop. It's all slop. And we're all buying it because we like it. We like the quick dopamine. And if we just admit to ourselves that, I was talking about this earlier, we need to recognize within ourselves our capacity for greed. And that's normal. That's part of being a human, is having greedy tendencies. It's in our biology. Okay? But we do need to have a little bit of self-control. We need to have self-control and discipline. It's the time. If you really hate these companies, then stop buying their product. I know I'm slightly a hypocrite because I am currently streaming on Amazon's platform. So I know I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. But, well, there's no but. I'm part of the problem. Let's see. Let me look at my comments. I hate it when my appendages fall off. I know. If only we could grow new ones. Grow back new appendages. That would be cool. But then will we appreciate the appendages we have if we're able to regrow them? Grow them back? I don't know. Like, wait, when did I say that, Refine? Anyways, it's not really sidetracking. It's all the same conversation. That's what I think. That's what I think. People have no self-control. Yes. Sam says the girl using. Oh, yep. I didn't see that comment. I said it first. But yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. So I recognize I'm part of the problem. Is there an alternative to Twitch that is not owned by Amazon? Maybe I should create my own. I'll create my own Amazon. How about that? Create my own Twitch. I think that may be one of the solutions, is like creating new things, like creating alternative companies that people can spend their money on. Or convincing people that they don't need a lot of these things. Reflex said, you need a data center to create your own Amazon or Twitch. Well, I mean, maybe create something in an IRL community. Maybe I create my own little community gathering where I talk to people, and not just my computers. I mean, I'm talking to people, I know, but where we're actually together and we're experiencing our neurotransmitters back and forth. There's definitely so much value to that, being in person. Eclectic said, it's not possible to be perfect. If you've stopped supporting all else, but you simply use Twitch to spread awareness and build community, there isn't an issue. The people who need to point that out are the issue as well. Yeah, it is a very nuanced issue. Eventually, here's something I want to do. I want to create a document, or find a document, and kind of have it on my page of like, what are some things you can do now? What are some little things you can start doing to try and make the world a better place? Because here's the thing, like, we don't all have to be perfect. We don't lie, you'll be anxious to talk. You know me so well, Refly. You know me so well. Yeah, I will. You're right. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and I kept mumbling to the person I was ordering. I was getting some deli meat, and I mumbled, and he kept asking me, what'd you say? Because I was speaking so quietly. And then I said my name, and I always mumble my name. And he's like, Melissa? And I was like, yeah, no, Marissa. But I said that so quietly that he still wrote Melissa on the thing anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, I know. But I can dream. A girl can dream. Creative One said, Google has made it impossible. Your main search results no longer are people on sites but owned by Google to hit first, and made by AI. The people that learn from the sites and put them on other sites, as a fact, they learn via false AI. Well, going back to Eclecte's point, is that we can't all be perfect. And there are a large portion, there are some, well, no, okay. There's a few people who are doing a lot. Like, if you go to r/Granola moms, which I've been scrolling through there, the title of today's stream, Granola people. People who are like, I don't want any, no food dyes, no BPA, no chemicals, no this, no pesticides, organic. And they'll go through a huge list of things and be constantly like, oh, if my food touched plastic, am I going to be okay? If it just barely touched plastic. Or like, oh no, I found a tiny bit of plastic in my thing that I bought. Am I a terrible person? There's people that are like really, there's people who like refuse to fly an airplane anywhere, like to ride in a commercial airline anywhere. There's people who like refuse to have a car and like make everything themselves, and like They just go really, really hard into it. And I don't think everybody has to be that hardcore. I think that everybody just needs to do a little bit. Like, can we just do a little bit? For example, like, maybe not having like 5 kids. Maybe when you go to the grocery store, not getting things in plastic when a paper bag is right there and free. In Utah, the paper bags are free. Or perhaps just bring your own bag to the grocery store. Perhaps try and buy things that aren't wrapped in plastic. I don't know, it doesn't have to be like, and I'm not judging anybody who does that, but like, can we at least try and do the bare minimum? I feel like if everybody did the bare minimum, things would be better. If people stopped like going crazy with buying the Labubus and the Dubai chocolate and the, these things, maybe it would be okay. If the people will stop going crazy with fucking Sora, which luckily is going away, I think, hopefully. If people just stop going crazy, absolutely crazy, then I think it's going to be okay. We just have to do a little bit. We don't have to all convert into really strict granola moms. Eclecte said, are you moving to Oregon to get away from the data centers or just because it's a gorgeous place? So we are moving out of Salt Lake because of the Great Salt Lake that will dry up. Now, it may be fixed. Who knows? But it's been a consistent pattern of people not caring about what happens to the environment here. We are moving out because of environmental reasons. This place will be, it's already a desert, but this place will be uninhabitable in, 30, we're thinking like 30, 50 years down the line, like long, super long term. The Great Salt Lake drying up is within the very near future, probably within the next 10 years. The Great Salt Lake. You do not want to be licking this salt. Well, actually, I think Johnny Depp licked the salt. Let's see. He did actually lick the salt in the Salt Lake City. Let me find. Do I have a picture? It's in that scene where he's on the salt flats. And there's all these rocks. And he picks up one of the crab rocks and licks it. I can't find it, but they filmed this in Salt Lake. So he might have like some arsenic with that. Who knows? Oregon is a really huge problem regarding data centers too. Yes, that's true. So we're not really moving because of the data center. The data center is just proof. The data center is proof that nobody cares. We're not moving to Central Oregon or Eastern Oregon. We're moving to the other side of the Cascades, to the rainforest area, which, yes, will be desertified, become a desert, relatively. But they do have a lot of water there. Drought is probably the biggest concern that we have. Drought is the biggest concern. That's why moving to the Great Lakes is a great idea. Moving to places with a lot of water is a great idea. Probably not Florida, but it's relatively protected. Not protected, but relatively protected, I think. And being close to the ocean, that also helps regulate the climate as well. Very large body of water. But yeah, there's data centers in almost every state. So that is happening. Nori says, I haven't done any drought preparations. Sorry, this isn't meant to be like a panic-inducing stream. It's just something that my husband and I are wanting to do. It's something that we are actively considering. It's possible that all the climate change issues will be solved and we will have nothing to worry about. It's all about risk versus reward, right? How much risk are you willing to take on? And so my husband is like at the point, well, he's like a super doomer. He's a super doomer. He's like going through all the cities and calculating like, okay, well, Portland is a secondary target, nuclear target. He's like, well, they would attack Los Angeles and New York. So we won't move there. And then Portland will be a secondary target. So hopefully not. But even if it gets to that point, then we'll probably have a nuclear winter. Eclectic says, for people who are in the environmental scene, we've already been panicking. Yeah. Yeah, I think that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. Personally, I would like to live somewhere where I'm more comfortable in the long term. Sam says, I think we'll all be fine. Walmart will start selling still suits. What is still suits? What is that? Let me see. Are you guys gonna make an underground bunker? My husband wants to do that. He wants to. Genuinely, he likes sending me pictures. Oh, the Dune suits. Oh, yeah. Walmart's gonna start making these. Oh, great. Then we have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. I have no doubts that we'll come up with band-aids for the problem. Plenty of band-aids. But I don't know as far as addressing the root cause of the problem. That's always been really hard. But yeah, so I'm not meaning to like make people freak out. But I think it is important to be aware. It is important to be aware of like what's coming. I know that people already have a lot to think about. It's hard, especially if you're working full time, you have kids, you have a lot of things on your mind, like thinking about the place where you live not being habitable in the distant future or near future. It's like that's another thing on top of all the things, you know? And it's like, this doesn't have to be the reality. This doesn't have to be it. I think the best thing we can do is like try and do as many little things as we can, as many small changes as we can. Try and spread awareness to other people. Try and educate yourself. And I don't know. Sometimes it's better to be like mentally prepared for something really terrible to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, you're pleasantly surprised. That's a lot better than Gatorade. Thank you.
Gatorade.
Thank you. Go ahead and drink my water. Appreciate it while I still have it. Appreciate my water while I still have it. Anyway, I think that's quite enough for now. I want to share some of my pictures from Oregon. Reflex said my 1 kilogram lasagnas come in plastic packaging for sanitary reasons. If they would come in ready to place in the oven Pyrex glass trays, I would buy them. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to, I mean, there's plenty of things that I buy that are covered in plastic, and it's like, sometimes it's impossible to buy stuff that don't have plastic, you know? I mean, like, it was really difficult to buy a blender that wasn't plastic, like one that was glass. It was really difficult. So, again, I don't think everybody has to, like, completely zero waste, eliminate everything. Just maybe like a few changes here and there. A few conscious little, like, you know, at least try and do like a little something. Because I know there's plenty of people out there who are doing absolutely nothing. Anyway, let's see. Reflow was banned by the Illuminati. Shit. Still suits are actually white in the books. Oh, they're not black. Oh, interesting. Oh, probably maybe to blend in with the sand. Black absorbs too much heat. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, white would make more sense. I agree. Okay, so anyway, so that was Salt Lake. So things are going crazy in Salt Lake. But can I show you what's happening in r/Portland? Let me just show you. So I go over to r/Portland, and this is in 1 month ago, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna play this. It's just people just frolicking. So what this is it's a clown festival. People are just, oh my gosh. I want to be there. I want to be there so bad. Clown meetup. Everyone just gathering together being clowns. This is awesome, you guys. My kind of people. My kind of people. Look at them. I desperately want to be here. You see, people are dancing. There's color everywhere. There's joy. There's people hugging. There's just and we need, you guys, we need a healthy mix of doom and whimsy. Okay, you gotta have both. We can't just like be everything sucks and the world's ending and like you know, like going down a negative spiral. Like, that's not helpful. We need to have magic too. We gotta have the magic. We gotta, because nobody's perfect, and everybody has their own unique and magical subjective experience. This looks like my dream, honestly. Clown meetup. These clowns aren't that scary. I thought that clowns are supposed to be scary, but these clowns don't seem scary at all. They seem to be quite friendly. So this is Portland in all of its beauty and glory. Sam would hate it. Nori says, I wonder if plastics is going to be like one of those things people look back and be like, what the fuck? Oh, like lead or asbestos. I bet so. Yeah, I bet you're right. And hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll invent something. I was saying this before, people are making styrofoam out of mycelium. Just saying. Let me show you the mushroom packaging. Yes! Okay. Can I get a yes in the chat? Yes! This is awesome. Mushroom styrofoam. Mushroom styrofoam. This is fantastic. I would like all my packages to come in mushroom styrofoam. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. It's basically this. I can see how this would be a styrofoam. This is also made out of my mycelium. Let me put this back. Okay. Gently, so it doesn't break. It's not gonna break. It's very. There's also corn-based plastic that's degradable. Ooh, interesting. That's cool.
Yes!
Yes! Sam says there's a book you might like called Ecotopia. Oh, cool. I will write it down. By the way, I checked out some of the music that people recommended that one time. I bookmarked a bunch of them. I really enjoyed, here. Let me just name drop so people know that I listen to the stuff they recommend and don't just lie about listening to it, which I do often. This time I didn't. I listened to Club Kuru. I enjoyed them. Some nice psychedelic beats. I also checked out Mac DeMarco. Groovy. Sounded pretty good. He actually made some music. One of the songs was called Granola, which I've been to. It's a beach town in California, and so it was like a great reminder of that. So I did check those out. Do you have a story graph? I don't. What is a story graph? Is it like a Pinterest thing? Oh, it's like an all-in-one platform for your bookish needs. Oh yeah, that's cool. No, I don't have that. Oh, similar to Goodreads. It's like Goodreads, but not Amazon. Love it. Excellent. Yeah, perhaps I will get one. I still want to share that excerpt of the book I read, but maybe we'll share it in a bit. Should we? Let's look at some pictures from Portland, shall we? I would love to look at some pictures. Here. Yeah. Okay. I love the mossy trees. The moss is everywhere. The moss. So I was in Portland for like 6 days, and then 4 days we were doing like travel, and we went to the coast as well. And so a little story, we drove all the way to this place called Baker City, which is in Oregon. It's in the more desert part. And then we drove to Portland, loved it. Saw so many waterfalls, so many trees. The instant I saw it, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. And then we drove to the coast, and then we drove to a place called Eugene, and we'd been doing a lot of research on Eugene. And from our research, it looked like a good place, like a college town, kind of small, but still got some things to do, and it's still around the nature, and it seemed to have everything we were looking for. We went to Eugene. It was a terrible experience. It was so bad that we canceled our hotel and immediately drove back to Portland. It was terrible. I don't know. I think the vibes were just way, way, way off. My husband parked in a parking lot. The parking meter was broken, and we were only parked there for 15 minutes, and he got a ticket. And so like I don't know if you guys are similar, but I'm the type of person who takes things as signs, right? Like if I trip outside of a building, that's a sign. If we get a parking ticket after 15 minutes, that's a sign. There was just it was like the worst aspects of Portland without any of the good aspects. That's what Eugene was. It was really small. It was it wasn't good. Almost like a ghost town vibes. It seemed like there was a lot of crime there as well. A lot of white supremacy as well. If you go to the Eugene subreddit, interesting stuff. So, nature's so beautiful. Absolutely. I love this. You know what's interesting is that when you go out into nature, like natural areas, old growth forests, these trees, they're probably like hundreds of years old. And where everything's growing together, you expect there to be, in this rainforest, you expect there to be just countless bugs everywhere. Bugs, gnats, everything just like attacking you, you know? There isn't. You know why? Because the bugs have a place to go. You know why there's gnats and pests and bugs everywhere here? In the suburbs, in the places, in like places next to farmland? Because there's nowhere for the bugs to go. The bugs have been kicked out of their, first of all, their predators, their natural predators have been eliminated. Second of all, their habitats have been eliminated. And so that's why when you're walking past a little pond, in like a condo community, you just get hit with like just clouds and clouds of gnats. Just gnats everywhere. And wasps and all the fun bugs. We love the bugs. We love bugs. I went to Bug World yesterday. Oh my god. My sibling and I went to Bug World at the Natural History Museum. I'm not saying I hate bugs. They can get annoying though. But you will notice there's less of that annoying bug everywhere. You almost expect when you go to a place like this to just, because there's so many bugs here, that means there's going to be so many more, right? When you're walking around. I'm not saying there's not bugs. There's definitely, I mean, you could get a something that's common you get is like a what are they called? A tick. Ooh, I'm so glad I've never had a tick. Those are So like I did still wear long pants and like long sleeves, but like it's not crazy. Ticks sound scary. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I've never had a tick before. I've purposely stayed away from areas that have ticks. I never swam in bodies of water that weren't chlorinated as a kid. That's what I did. Ticks are very common in Sweden. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I'm not they aren't in the water. Oh, okay. Where are they? Leeches. Oh, you're right. You're right. Well, I've never had leeches either. Ticks. I think there's just not that many where I live. They just live on grass and shit. I don't think there's as many ticks here in Utah. Maybe that's why. But also, like, I didn't go outside that much. I was very much a, like, stay inside, play video games, play with toys, type of thing. Nori says, I never thought about that, but now that I think about it, I've never seen a lot of bugs in the forest. Yeah, I mean, here, let me find, I'll find an official research, okay? Just so it doesn't make it sound like I'm talking out of my ass. Oh, let me dismiss the ads. It's not that I don't think that there's like fewer bugs in the forest. I just think the bugs have somewhere to go. That's why. Okay, ask a biologist. I'm going to ask a biologist. Here we go. Where are the insects? You're walking down a city street as a... Wait. Oh yeah. Did you know that there are many more insects in cities than in rural areas? Scientists think there are so many in cities because cities tend to be hotter than the rural areas around them. The warmth of cities. Oh, so maybe the warmth as well. Well, and we know this urban areas are hotter than rural areas. Urban heat island effect. So you know, like the concrete, the asphalt, all that stuff really absorbs heat, is my understanding. Or like, it's like there's nowhere it doesn't absorb, it like traps the heat, so there's nowhere for the heat to go. But trees and greenery, this is a different thing, but here, let me find a diagram. Yeah. So look at this. Nope, not that. Look at, where's the thing? Urban heat island. Can I find a clear graph? My understanding is that the trees regulate the temperature. Because they have more water, and water is a good temperature regulator. That's why places near oceans have more temperate climates. Okay, I'm not finding a super clear graph, but that's my hypothesis. I woke up with a tick sucking on my belly button when I lived in Hawaii. Oh my god. Ooh, that's gross. Ew, gross. On a hot summer day, the temperature in the center of urban New York can be 4 degrees Celsius higher than the surrounding rural areas with forests and farms. That's crazy. Sometimes it can be up to like, my understanding is that it can be like almost 10 degrees Celsius hotter in the cities. So anyway, let's go back to this. So scientists are studying the effects of temperature and the heat island effect. Insects depend on temperature to control their body temperature. Up to 13 times more oak scales, these are insects, in the city of North Carolina than nearby rural areas. See, there's 10 times more so there actually is more insects. It's probably a combination of more insects and fewer areas for the insects to go. They tested the hypothesis that the heat is bad for parasites that attack the oak scales. So lack of natural predators. Increase the temperature. Christian Science model. Interesting. I mean, I think part of it also has to do with the diversity of plants and trees. So like in rural community, I mean in urban communities, we like to have like only one type of tree and only one type of grass. But if you go in like the forest, for example, you have so many different types of trees, and that creates like natural ecosystems where there's the predators and that keep the population of the bugs in check. I hope we don't have to eat bugs inside of our still suits. Oh yeah, bugs might be the only thing that we will be able to eat during that time. All right, my friends, there's going to be an ad in about 20 seconds, so let's take a little break, and I'll come back in 3 minutes. Sorry, I snoozed the ads 3 times already, so there's nothing I can do. I'll see you in a minute. In 3 minutes. Bye. Okay, hopefully some people are coming back from the ads. I was looking more at the research. Here, let me turn off my display capture. There we go. I was looking more at the research, and it says urban and forest. Let's see. I'll pull it up here. Urban and forest trees provide valuable ecosystem services. However, they are increasingly threatened by invasive forest pests and pathogens. Trees in urban areas are often the first potential hosts non-native tree-feeding insects and tree pathogens encounter. So, I mean, something people love to do in cities is like plant trees and plant plants that are not native to the area. Like, for example, here in Utah, people love to plant Japanese maples, which I think are native to Japan. Anyways, they're not native to here. And so suddenly there's this new tree that's not, there's no, because like different insects have different adaptations to either maybe like blend in with the tree or like use the properties of the tree to fight predators or find food or something. And so when these non-native trees and plants come in, then it causes either like new species of bugs to come, which is already a problem as well, or it makes it easier for pests to just be around. So anyway, can I show you guys the place that I want to move to? Here, I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. I want to move somewhere where it's like natural everything. See if I can find a picture. I should have taken a picture of one of the houses that we looked at. I'm not finding any good pictures. Oh yeah, I could do that. Here's what I could do. I could do street view from Google Maps. That's what I'm gonna do. There we go. Now we're thinking. I'm gonna go right back to the place where we were. I'll show you just like a random place around there. Let me find the street view guy. Just put him. We'll put him. Does it have street view? We'll see. Oh yeah. Yeah. So basically this is kind of what what we're thinking. Just like trees. Out in the trees. Trees everywhere. Like there's no lawn. I mean, yeah, there's a lawn. There's a area of grass over here, but like ideally not next to other houses. Ideally just in the trees. Yeah, quite beautiful. I want to go somewhere that's like, yeah, trees. I love the trees. Oh no. Why am I frozen? Hello? Ah! I disappeared. What happened? Let me turn myself off. Deactivate. Activate. Deactivate. Activate. It's broken. What? That's never happened before. How the hell? Is my microphone? My microphone's still working. This is crazy. What? How did that happen? Uh-oh. I know, what happened? Okay, well, I guess here. Oh, that's not gonna be good. You know why? Because if I delete it, unplug and replug, good idea. Great idea. The data centers are coming for me. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it. Thank you, Nori, for your advice. I'm doing that right now. I'm going behind my computer. I unplugged it. Now I plugged it back in. Okay, pray for me. I'm gonna have to stop streaming if my camera doesn't work. Is there a computer guy in the chat? Oh dear. Wait. Okay, I'm here. I'm here in this overlay. Am I here in this one? It worked. Thank you, Nori. Nori, the computer guy, saved us. Sometimes that's all it takes, is just to unplug and replug. Okay. How many trees do you want surrounding your house? Yes, exactly. That's how many. I want all the trees. Okay, let me show some more pictures. Look at these little guys. I'm thinking these might be chanterelles. So we didn't see a ton of mushrooms on our journey because, well, it didn't rain recently. So, but these are little baby ones starting to grow. These are just the beginnings. These look like chanterelles. Look, I got a chanterelle pin. Now, I'm not saying this with 100% certainty because I'm not a forager. But they look pretty damn close. Look at this. Here's my little chanterelle pin. It's so cute. I love it. It's so beautiful. So the way you could tell if it's a chanterelle is if the gills, if it has false gills. So the gills just go all the way up. They're not like detached from the stem. They're attached. They go all the way from the stem up to the cap, and in one continuous line. And chanterelles also grow individually. Typically, they don't grow like a bunch of them together. And so that's what's making me. But I would have to know the type of wood. That would be like the biggest thing. The biggest thing is like what type of wood they grow on, and I'm not familiar with that yet. One day I'm going to be able to look at a tree and I'll be like, and I'll give the Latin name for the tree. They're Latin, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, I'll give the full name of the tree and people will be impressed. Okay, let me find my next picture. Oh yeah, this is from the coast. So we went to the coast. And we saw this couple sitting on the beach. I thought it was so cute, so romantic. So we took the photo. Let me see if I can. There we go. That looks better. So romantic. I do like the ocean. Do you guys like going to the beach, to the ocean? It's nice. Although it can get kind of overstimulating, not gonna lie. I get really overstimulated when I go to the ocean, to the beach. I can only do it for like 2 hours maximum, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I've had enough. Enough ocean for today. I've had enough ocean and beach for probably the next year. Well, it's like the sand gets everywhere. The sand is gritty, and then it's the salt makes your skin stick, and then it's like the sun is really, really intense. There's no shade. Did you drive along the Oregon Coast Highway? We drove, I don't know. Let me see. Here, let me show you where we drove. We drove, yeah, I think so. Pretty close. We drove from Portland to Tillamook, which is the cheese factory. Enjoyed some cheese. And then we drove along here. It wasn't like right up against the ocean until down here. And then we drove along for a bit. Once you start getting down to like Lincoln City, you can then go to like Lincoln Beach and then down to Newport as well. Then you really start going down. We only went to Newport. We went to Newport and then we drove in to Eugene, which is right here. Here's Eugene. So Eugene is like, I'm gonna say between 1.5 and 2 hours out of Portland. I wasn't impressed, but I mean, there's plenty of people who like Eugene. If you like sports, if you like, go Ducks, like the University of Oregon. But we just weren't impressed. It's not as nice. It's not as beautiful. There's like not that many trees. It looks basically the same as Utah. And what we're looking for is something completely different than Utah. At least that's what I'm looking for. My husband's just looking for somewhere that we can survive the next 50 years. But here it's just like there's trees everywhere. So, yeah, the coast is pretty nice. Yeah, my dad knows I'm autistic. He knows that. He knows. I just don't know why he never bothered to tell me. So yeah, we laid on the beach. I'll show you husband reveal without his face. He won't like this. It's fine. What? Oh, the universe doesn't want me to show. Okay, never mind. You can see this small photo of him. He was laying on the beach. Laid on a blanket, got sand everywhere. The sand sticks to everything. And we had a good time. Here's some cute little mushrooms. I don't know what kind these are. These are little brown mushrooms. And typically with these, you just want to stay away. Because they're most likely to be poisonous. But they're cute. They're little small guys. This one is dropping its spores right now. It's so cool when they drop their spores because they open up and then they bend backwards like this to drop their spores. So anyway, that's cute. We didn't see that many. We saw a lot of what I think are reishi mushrooms. Oh, show me the reishi. Come on. Oh, don't be like that. Really? I guess I'm gonna have to download the image. I think I already did. I think I already downloaded it. Okay, 1 second. Oops, not that. Turn off display capture so I don't dox anything. There. You see they're starting to form. And the reason why I suspect they're reishi is because A, they grow like a shelf. And B, they've got these rings. They go from dark brown to orange to this light color on the outside. Now, I don't know. Did you try unplugging and plugging in the photos? Genius. If it worked the first time, then I might as well try the second time. I had to download the freaking photo. It's so weird. These are so weird looking though. They're not like what I expected them to look like. Let me show you what reishis look like. Look, they look like that. So, oops, I don't want to shop for it. Thank you. So I don't know if these are actually reishi. I could be wrong. But you see, look, you see why I thought? Because it's dark brown right here, and then it goes out to orange, and then white. Don't trust my foraging advice. It's possible that they're just barely starting to grow, but my understanding is that first this like stem grows, and then it grows out like this. Like I don't see any pictures that look similar to what I saw in the forest. I see all these perfectly beautiful. I mean, look at that. That's so beautiful. The ones I found in the forest were ugly. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'll take it back. All mushrooms are beautiful. Well, they're definitely mushrooms. I know that. Oh, you've seen these before? Nice. Yeah, they're used a lot. So these are used a lot in traditional Chinese medicine as, they call them lingzhi. And they make like powders out of them, and you put it in like tea. You can get really, really expensive ones. The lingzhi usually are black though, or like dark brown. These have been growing for quite some time. My understanding is that they're the same. Maybe there's just different varieties. This is turkey. That looks like turkey tail to me. Anyway, don't trust my advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. So, let me find my... So, hello? There we go. So, not quite the same. I don't know. Let's look at some other photos. Oh, so many waterfalls. Oh, here's another one I saw. This one's cool. We saw a lot of mushrooms like this. Little shelf mushroom. But yeah, I think it just wasn't the time. It wasn't the right time. My understanding is that mushroom season in Oregon is around winter time. So like fall to winter is peak mushroom season, and then like late spring to summer is not as much. So we missed it. But that's okay. Oh, I saw these too. Oh, come on. I'll have to download it. There. A beautiful shelf. This looks like turkey tail to me. Again, the way that I'd be able to know is what type of wood it's growing from. Which I don't know at this stage. One day. Okay. Many waterfalls. So many waterfalls. This is something that makes me a bit more hopeful about not having a drought. We went on this trail called the Trail of 10 Falls. Dang it. Which is a trail that's like 7 miles, and you get to see 10 waterfalls on the way, and it was so fun. Okay, here's another waterfall. Pretty. Did you try unplugging and plugging back in the data center? How about just unplugging? Can we just unplug it permanently? I think like I don't know, it's easy for me to say like it's easy for me to say we don't need any of this stuff. We don't need any of this technology. It sucks. But then people are like, well, what about modern medicine? What about vaccinations? What about this and this and this? And I'm like, yes, I know. I love those things. Those things are great. There are so many things about modern life that I love. Whataboutism? Real. What's up, Beef? How's it going? You guys, Beef had a DJ stream this morning. It was awesome. Shout out, Beef. Mods, shout out, Beef. One sec, I gotta lock in. Okay. I just played some Project Zomboid with Caesar. Nice. I saw you guys were hanging out. You guys were talking about, so Beef did, not only did he do, so you also did gaming too? That's sick. He was listening to music, and then we were talking about history. We were talking about the Black Death, learning a lot. Learning a lot about biological warfare as well. Things that I didn't know. We love learning. If you love learning, then check out Beef's channel. And then you played Project Zomboid. So really just a variety of things. That's what I like on Twitch. I like people who stream kind of whatever. People who stream a variety of stuff. Because that's what I like to do. It's my belief that basically no one can be put into a box. We all have so many unique and interesting things about ourselves. It's just that, like, for some reason, society values people putting themselves into boxes. Even though that's not who we are. That's not who we are at all. Even if we look at somebody that's like, ooh, that person is stereotypical. That person is acting just like the way they're supposed to. We're only looking at that person from one dimension. Everyone is multidimensional. Turns out it was a cap the whole time. I learned that after I took the pipes apart. It was nasty. Oh, you had to fix your sink. Ooh, gross. Oh my gosh. You know what this economy will always need? Plumbers. I would not go into the technology sector. I would not go into computer science at this point. But I would go into plumbing. Plumbing will be needed for a long time. So it was the stink and not the sink. Oh, that's the worst. I hate that. My hair always gets trapped in the sink. And I have to pull it out. It's nasty. Luckily I have something in my sink that catches it, you know? So, but then when I pull it out, there's nothing more disgusting than wet hair. There's nothing more disgusting than wet hair. Even if it's my own hair. I can't stand it. Oh, no. Yeah. Beef said, and I won't be mowing doing the dishes for a long time. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. This is your daily reminder. We do at least one of these reminders. Clean your dishwasher filter. If you have a dishwasher, clean it. It'll help prolong the life of your dishwasher. It's nasty, though. Not gonna lie. I always let mine get to the point where it start growing its own ecosystem, and that's disgusting. Okay, anyway, back to the waterfalls. Look, this waterfall is having no issues draining. There's no hair in there. There's no cap in there. It's just the natural flow of things. Beautiful. If it stops flowing, what do you think nature does? It's moss in there. Yeah, but I love moss. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love moss so much. Moss is so beautiful. I was watching a YouTube video of this guy who's like the moss guy. Wait. Oh no. No, let me see. Let me find it. It's like somebody at the botanical gardens. Oh, come on. Let's see if this pulls it up. Ah, dang it. I can't find the video I was watching. But anyway, it was this guy that I think he works in a he works in a botanical garden, and he basically is known as the moss guy. And that's all he does is he maintains the moss in the garden, and he knows all the secrets of growing moss. And that's like, here, I'll show you what the Japanese garden in Portland was so beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. And it had moss everywhere. You see this moss right here? Yes. That takes curation. That takes special care. My dream would be to have a backyard full of moss so I can go outside. Oh, here, sorry. I'm pointing to the thing and not showing you the actual thing. Here it is. Where I can just go outside without my shoes and just walk barefoot. The moss man, Nori. The moss man. I couldn't find it. I'm so upset. I'm gonna find it and then post the video on my Discord. It got lost in the YouTube algorithm. But anyway, yeah. Like making sure that there's no weeds, making sure that the moss receives just the right amount of water, and he trims back the moss because it grows, it grows really fast. And you don't want it to like take away the water of any of the other plants, but you do want it to cover this whole area. It's so magical. It's so soft. I remember growing up in my house, the side yard of our house had moss. Here. We had moss like this type, like in just these big pads, and I would step on it with my feet, with my bare feet, and it's magical. You can step on it without hurting it. It's pretty sturdy. Moss Isley. Yes. But yeah, so in Oregon, the moss grows everything. It grows on the trees. It grows on the ground. I'm sure there's a lot to be learned. They grow on the roofs. Oh, really? I think it grows on the roofs in Oregon too. In like really rainy areas, it grows. It's fantastic. I love it. It's beautiful. Anyway. Okay, let me show some more. So, oh yeah, and then we went to the classic Rivendell place. This is the most, here, one sec. This is the most popular touristy waterfall that they have. It's beautiful.
Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
Yo.
Yo. Roses are red. Violets are blue. But yeah, look at the bridge on top. It's really nice. Super tall. But definitely giving off Lord of the Rings, Rivendell vibes. But yeah, there's a lot of people. It's super crowded. The other waterfalls we went to were not crowded at all. It's just this one. They've got like a cafe, they got a gift shop, they got everything. Because it's the waterfall. It's the waterfall to go to. I love water. Water is magical. Gonna take a nap. I hope you enjoy your nap. Yes. I like having my soothing music playing in the background. I might take a nap as well. I'm tired. I woke up. Beef, Beef is a morning person, and I'm also becoming a morning person. I woke up at 7 this morning. Because let's all just take a nap. We'll just do a nap break. That sounds good. It's like in preschool when they have a nap break. Did you guys ever go to a preschool where they had nap time? I think I did when I was really young. Just like take a nap. Okay, so that's the waterfalls. And then, why don't we have nap breaks as adults? I know. We have so many things that we could do, but we choose not to for some reason. It's ridiculous. Like, even the tech areas like Google and like, you remember when in like all those companies in San Jose, they were trying to recruit the tech bros to come and work for them. And they had like ping pong tables and gyms and like basically adult playgrounds. My understanding is that they don't really do that anymore. Come on, guys, we need to play more. I'm gonna go back. Well, let's remind ourselves what we really want to do. This is what I really want to do. This is what I just want to be a clown. Can I please? Can I please be a clown and hang out with the other clowns? This is my dream. It's important to find a balance between magic and reality. But who says you have to choose one or the other? You know what I mean? Who says you have to choose? Speaking of choosing, should I read the excerpt? Maybe I'll wait. I kind of want to read it. Okay, I'm going to read it. Oh, shit. Marissa or Weird Al. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Okay. You guys, it's time to play a game. That'll wake us up. It's time to play Marissa or Weird Al. You guys ready? I don't know if you're ready to guess. Tell me if... Okay, here's the thing. I kind of forgot which images I already used. So, tell me if I already used this image. And then I will do nothing about it. No, I'll delete it so I don't use it again. Oh, whoa. I just saw Duncan streaming. I want to rate... Maybe we'll rate him later. He's wearing some interesting makeup. Okay. What a guy. What a guy. Okay. I'm going to create the poll. And then once I create the poll, you have the opportunity to vote. If you think this image is me or Weird Al, bet as many points as you would like. Sorry, I have to manually do it because for some reason it deleted it. Okay. Duration 1 minute. Okay. Ready? Go. Oh shit, no, not that. Oh shit, no, not that. Wait. Fuck. Okay. Is this Marissa or Weird Al? You choose. It's your choice. I don't know why there's a smaller version of my... Whatever, it's fine. Why is there a smaller version of my display capture? Perhaps it's this one. Nope. We're making do with what we have. Oh! This is a difficult one. Yeah, you gotta guess. Who is it? Who is it? Well, I figure out my display capture situation. Oh, I fixed it. Okay. Someone said Marissa and someone said Weird Al. Someone's gonna be wrong. It's Weird Al! Ding, ding, ding. Yep, it's Weird Al. I purposely edited out the arms. You see, if I had included the man arms in there, then people wouldn't have been able to guess. But, yep. Nice job, you guys. Thanks for playing. Okay, that took some tinkering. I'm gonna turn off Marissa versus Weird Al. How do I actually don't know how to end the poll. Well, there's nothing that can be done. Sorry if you lost your channel points. I don't know how to do it. It's not the same. It's not the same as it was before. Oh, that's because I didn't do a prediction. Oh, oops. That's why I did a poll instead of a prediction. Oh well. Okay, let me turn off this thing. We're trying our best. Okay. Now what? We have so many things left. We have more images. We could also discuss what is the difference between a granola girl or a crunchy girl. Okay, let me read this. Let me read this thing. I want to read this excerpt from, not this, there. I want to read an excerpt from the book that I read, Midnight Library. The book about how if you had an infinite number of choices for how you live your life, which choice is the best one? Here's a monologue from the main character. It's kind of a spoiler, I guess. Not really. It's not really a spoiler. It's just a monologue. So anyway, proceed at your own risk. It doesn't really reveal things. Whatever. It's if you want to read the book first, that's fine. I'll let you know in the chat when I'm done with the excerpt. But I think it's really important, like a really important philosophical thing that was shared. Okay, I'm gonna read it. It's easy to mourn the lives we aren't living. Easy to wish we developed other talents, said yes to different offers. Easy to wish we'd worked harder, loved better, handled our finances more astutely, been more popular, stayed in the band, gone to Australia, said yes to the coffee, or done more bloody yoga. I think she's British, by the way. It takes no, because who else would say bloody? Yeah, British people. It takes no effort to miss the friends we didn't make, and the work we didn't do, and the people we didn't marry, and the children we didn't have. It's not difficult to see yourself through the lens of other people, and to wish you were all the different kaleidoscopic versions of you they wanted to be. Oh, Australian, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Nori. Bro. I think it literally said Australia earlier. I don't know anything. Okay. Anyway. It is not difficult to see yourself through the lens of other people, and to wish you were all the different kaleidoscopic versions of you they wanted you to be. It's easy to regret and keep regretting ad infinitum until our time runs out. But it is not the lives we regret not living that are the real problem. It is the regret itself. It is the regret that makes us shrivel and wither and feel like our own and other people's worst enemy. We can't tell if those other versions would have been better or worse. Those lives are happening, it is true, but you are happening as well, and that is the happening we have to focus on. Of course, we can't visit every place or meet every person or do every job, yet most of what we'd feel in any life is still available. We don't have to play every game to know what winning feels like. We don't have to hear every piece of music in the world to understand music. We don't have to have tried every variety of grape from every vineyard to know the pleasure of wine. Love and laughter and fear and pain are universal currencies. We just have to close our eyes and savor the taste of our drink in front of us and listen to the song as it plays. We are as completely and utterly alive as we are in any other life, and have access to the same emotional spectrum. We only need to be one person. We only need to feel one existence. We don't have to do everything in order to be everything, because we already are infinite. While we are alive, we always contain a future of multifarious possibility. So let's be kind to the people in our own existence. Let's occasionally look up from the spot in which we are, because wherever we happen to be standing, the sky goes on forever. Okay, that contains a spoiler. I'm not going to read this. The impossible, I suppose, happens via living. Will my life be miraculously free from pain, despair, grief, heartbreak, hardship, loneliness, or depression? No. But do I want to live? Yes. 1,000 times yes. Okay. That is like one of my favorite passages I've read for a really long time. And I wholeheartedly agree with everything that's said in that book. You don't have to do everything, right? You can feel everything. I like how it said you don't have to try every variety of grape from every vineyard to know the pleasure of wine, right? And like, I don't know if you guys do this too, where it's like you feel so much regret or so paralyzed by all the decisions you could make, right? I could be a chef. I could be an artist. I could be a writer. I could be this. But I'm being none of those things, and so that means I suck. And it's like, no, you don't. Even if you do become those things, it's probably not going to give you what you want, right? Like, just as context, I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but the woman in the book, she becomes like an Olympic swimmer. She becomes like the best, like a bunch of different expert things. She has it all. She has her, husband and kids. She has I mean, how much does that really matter? How much do these external things really matter? Not as much as you think they do. What matters is your subjective experience, how you feel about everything. What you decide to feel. By the way, there's like a giant moth on my door. Yes. Hello. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, hello, Luther. Welcome. Good evening. Should I call you Luther or Blissett or whatever you would like me to call you? I'll call you that. We are discussing if you could live any possible life. Which one would you choose? And according to this book, you don't need to choose. I mean, the only thing you need to choose is to not regret. Live life without regrets. Regret is pointless. I don't know. That's my opinion. I think regret is pointless. It doesn't do anything. That's different than like learning from your mistakes. You can learn from your mistakes. Maybe regret in that sense of like, oh, I fucked up and I'm not going to do that again. Let's see. What's one thing that I will never do again? There's so many. There's a lot of things that I'm not going to drink hot tea again. I'm going to... Luther works. Okay, I'll call you Luther. Any possible life. Like, if you could... Why are there bugs everywhere in my house? There's a bug in my keyboard. If you could... like I've thought many times, like, what if I was an artist? What if I was a painter? What if I was a writer? There's so many things I could do, right? And I haven't done any of them. And I feel kind of regretful that I haven't spent my life doing anything. And that's kind of what the protagonist of this book is, like the Midnight Library. She, this is clear, this is not a spoiler, it's clear from the beginning of the book. She hasn't made any of the decisions she wanted to in her life, and her life is just full of regrets, right? But, I mean, really, like, it's not about these external things you achieve, it's just about, like, how you... If you decide that you enjoy your life, then you do. Oh yeah, so I'm not gonna drink tea that's too hot anymore. Every time I burn my mouth, I'm like, ah. So what I do is I take a handful of ice cubes and I dump it in my tea so that I'll never burn my mouth again. I can't think of a good... I only came up with that one because I couldn't think of a good example. I will never... Oh yeah, that one time I talked about peeing in the shower. I haven't peed in the shower since that one time I peed. And then, And then the person I was dating showered after me and like smelled something. I'm never doing that again. That's probably the most embarrassing one that I will never do again. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. People made it sound like it was so normal to pee in the shower. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do it once. And then I did it once, and then it was the worst thing I could have ever done. It's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. No, I didn't eat fish. Might have been dehydrated though. Oh God. Luther says, I feel gluttonous even saying it. All this guilt wasted on being an atheist. I would have been a great Catholic. Oh. So you're an atheist, are you? Just kidding. I don't feel anyway, anything you choose to believe in, that's great. Love it. You're welcome here. But I'm kind of curious. Wait, guilt for being an atheist. That doesn't make sense. As someone who was raised Mormon, like, my whole life was guilt. I don't know, maybe that's a stereotype. I'm not gonna... If you feel guilt as an atheist, then, I'm sorry. Guilt is not a helpful emotion to feel at all, in my opinion. It doesn't... It's similar to regret. Regret is very much like a guilt-motivated feeling. Reflect said, do it in the beginning of the shower, not the end. I feel like I did it in the beginning. Maybe it was just a coincidence, because he had never showered in that shower before, and it was an old shower, like, it was in the dormitories of the college I was going to. And so, yeah, the shower already kind of smelled anyway. So I probably just put 2 and 2 together, right? That's my hope, at least. I didn't ever tell him what happened, but Nori's gotta go. Thank you so much for stopping by, Nori. It was really nice to have you here. I'll see you next time. Go do the real life things. Yes, it's good. It's good to have the balance of real life stuff and fun stuff. So, Luther said, I like to live somewhere in France, working in film restoration. Maybe share my life with a woman. She doesn't have to work in the same field, as long as she can appreciate what I do. Ah, so there's things that you want to have in your future. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't think that's what the book like recommends against. It's just like it's about like living the life that you want to live. I mean, not like looking back and being like, oh, I could have done all this. Why didn't I do this? And, feeling bad about it. That's not helpful. But, like, maybe you can look forward to the things in the future. But I think just, like, with every decision you make, first of all, like, appreciating that you have a decision in the first place. And then, like, constantly deciding. I think my life has constantly been just deciding to be okay with what's happening, regardless of what is actually happening. Just, like, sometimes you just have to decide to, I don't know, so like, an example is, I think I heard somewhere that if you smile, it releases certain endorphins that make you happy. And so sometimes I will literally force myself to smile. I'll just this is not a joke. I will, if I'm feeling bad or if I'm feeling like I need to regulate myself, one of my stims is I'll just go. And I'll force myself to smile. And then sometimes it works. Sometimes it forces me. It forces me to feel a bit better. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Luther said, I meant guilt about other things in my life, not about being an atheist. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, I used to be a Mormon. I'm not anymore. I was a Mormon. Um, for most of my life until like my early 20s. Until I went to college. Yeah. But my family's still Mormon. Luther says, well, I'm actually trying to do most of the things I mentioned. I'm just an anxious person, so I worry a lot. And I fret myself into panicking sometimes. Real. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, anxiety sucks. I wish I could say there's a way to escape it, but I'm somebody who experiences anxiety as well, and it's not fun. Yeah. Some days it's a lot easier than others. Let me see if there's any other photos I want to share of Portland. Let me see. Oh, there was the, I want to show you guys just how rainforesty this place is. Okay, look at this. This is my current phone wallpaper. Look at this. It's so beautiful. There's moss everywhere. There's vines hanging down. You'd think this is in like a tropical jungle, but no, this is in Oregon. It makes me so happy. Just look. I'm not using any filters or anything on this. It's just green, in your face green. Something about the color green really makes me happy. Luther says, I have a Mormon friend and one Mormon friend who unfortunately passed away a while ago. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Mormonism. I mean, part of me is like, well, if you're ever curious, if you ever have any questions, I can try and answer them to the best of my ability. What was like your conclusions that you reached about Mormonism? I'm always curious to hear other people's perspectives about it. Cause yeah, I still have personal ties to a lot of people that have that religion, but also like when you're an ex-Mormon, you kind of tend to have a little bit of bitterness. I'm getting over my bitterness. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just like completely indifferent about all of it. Cause it's not really affecting me in any way anymore. Okay, look at this sticker I got. Here's another thing I got. Oh, okay, focus, here. Okay, let me shift mine. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, mushrooms will eat you when you die. I love it. I put it on my so this whole thing used to be full of paint all the way to the top, and it's slowly been degrading over time. And now it's just the steel. And now I can put little stickers on it. I got another sticker from Lincoln City, and it's some other mushrooms. But you must remember, mushrooms will eat you when you die. Don't forget.
Yes!
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's important. Okay, it's looking like in about a minute or so we're gonna have another ad break. During the ad break, I'm gonna get more tea, and then when we come back, we'll continue our little discussion, hopefully. And then, oh my gosh, it's only been an hour and 45. No, it's been, let's see, 2 hours. I started streaming at 11 something. Oh, I've been live for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Okay. It's been longer than I thought. I did blow through most of my topics though, so. It's hard to do just like talking streams. I had a bunch of stuff, but then once it's time to go live, I forget all of it. Okay, so I'll see you in 3 minutes. I'm gonna go get more tea. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. So, what do we do now? Oh, I'm feeling the listlessness come back. That's the thing. When I went to Portland, when I went to Oregon, I just felt the trees, the magic from the trees and the people and just everything. I know I was on vacation, right? So that influenced it, but I felt so much happier, if you know what I mean. I was like, this is a place where I can live. This is a place where I can exist and be myself and be around people who think similarly to me. And I miss it already. Like when I was driving back to Utah, I was just feeling so depressed. Like seeing the environment get gradually browner and browner. It's just brown. I mean, yeah, we got some trees, I guess, but it is brown compared to what I saw there. So, Luther said, sorry to say so, but I do not have a good opinion on it. That's fine. I can understand why. The friend that passed away was basically in a Mormon commune. Very unpleasant life she had, putting it lightly. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder if it was like an FLDS thing? Were they fundamentalists? Did they like wear, because that sounds more like an FLDS. I mean, I don't know. People do crazy stuff. Like where they make their own clothes and they have like the polygamy and they have the, I know someone who was actually somebody very close to me, like a relative, who also lived that type of life where they were FLDS and they were like moving constantly and they were, they didn't have proper schooling or health care. And they had to live with like, 8 other siblings and it was just a very turbulent existence. And so, yeah, no, there's definitely aspects of Mormon culture that I'm very critical of, for sure. So, yeah, but I think another very important thing about where you live is the community. And I feel like here in Utah, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it seems like the people here are just sad. I don't blame them. The environment kind of sucks here. I know there's like mountains and there's trees and like people love the mountains. But I just feel like there's something in the air. There's something in the air here. It could also be the Mormon culture, which is quite stifling. There's higher rates of depression in mountainous regions and in Utah as well. So that could have an effect. But Luther said they definitely had the polygamy because she was married off by her father to some guy who had a wife and 2 kids. Oh, wow. She was the second wife in name only as a maid and babysitter. She was from Texas. Ooh, yeah. That sounds very much like FLDS. Yikes. I will say, like, mainstream, so like FLDS is kind of like a sect of Mormonism. Mainstream Mormons are usually not that way. I definitely have a lot of criticisms of mainstream Mormons, but for the most part, they're pretty chill. Like, think about the missionaries, for example. You can get the missionaries to help you with almost anything. They'll help you fix your fence. They'll help you clear your driveway of leaves. They'll help you all with the hopes that they'll be able to talk to you about the Book of Mormon. Nobody says you have to. You could promise that. Be like, oh I'll talk to you about that. Can you help me with this? I will say that Mormons can be quite kind. And in fact, kind to a fault. Where often they're taken advantage of. That's for the mainstream Mormons. But for the FLDS Mormons, I don't know much about them. I watched one documentary that was posted on Netflix recently about first person to point out this distinction. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm all about nuance. That's the thing. Like, the fundamentalist. Let me see if there's like a parallel. It's like the difference between. Well, that's a little bit. Like how there's Islam, and then there's like extremist Islamic groups. It's not the same, but like it's kind of the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, but it kind of, I don't know. It's where it's like they're very different. Like the FLDS, like they're doing their own thing, and like most Mormons and the mainstream Mormons do not like them and don't want to have any associations with them. Like they don't agree with anything they stand for. They're very against polygamy. They're against like the the multiple wives and the child marriages. Like that's all FLDS stuff. And then making your own clothes. Like here, I'll show you. You can go to southern Utah and see a lot of people doing that. Yeah, so if you see people who look like this, typically, it's pretty obvious that they're. So this is FLDS. Mainstream Mormons do not dress like this. They do not dress like this. This is really only an FLDS thing. But yeah, quite interesting what people get up to. The leader, so there's a leader, Warren Jeffs, who's currently in prison. He's in prison for a lot of the bad stuff he did. But yeah, like the mainstream Mormons, like these guys, the guys you see, like the Book of Mormon play was based on these guys. It wasn't based on those FLDS guys. And then you have the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is like it's like in the opposite direction. So if you have the scale of Mormonism, then there's the FLDS on the far right, and then you have the mainstream Mormons, and then you have the Utah County Mormons, which are these Mormons, who they loosely take everything. Like they dress immodestly, they'll drink, they'll have sex, they'll do all the things that mainstream Mormons don't do. And that's what that popular reality show was showing. So these guys aren't Mormons at all. And when we say Mormons, we really just mean like mainstream. Your other friend is the sweetest person ever. She's all right. Oh, cool. Yeah, plenty of nice Mormons, plenty of sweet Mormons. I mean, like you can be critical of individual people and aspects of the religion, but like it's always best to not apply it in like a sweeping, like every Mormon is this way, everyone is this, like every Christian is this way, every Islamic person is this way. And yeah, alarmingly early marriage though. She married her husband at 19 or so. Oh yeah, that's super common. She's younger than me and already has 2 kids. Oh yeah, that's pretty common. Yeah, if you're over 25 and unmarried, like something's wrong with you. In Utah, we specifically have like wards and like places for people who are single to meet up so they can get married. And have kids, because that's the most important thing for the culture, is to multiply and replenish the earth. I don't know, if I was a man and I had the opportunity to multiply and replenish the earth with one of these women, I would. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, anyway. What were we talking about? We're talking about all of them. Yes! Just have all of them. Why have one when you can have all? Probably not Tay though. She's kind of crazy. No, that's mean. That's mean. Probably not. Okay. What should we do? Hello, Chunky Bits. Welcome. So many first-time chatters today. We're talking about Mormons and the spectrum of Mormonism. Historically, if a woman wasn't married by 26, she was considered an old spinster. Oh yeah. Yeah. True. If you read like this is but if you read like Pride and Prejudice or Jane Eyre, which I really like reading Jane Eyre during that kind of time period, very much so. Yeah, it's interesting. That's one of the reasons why for me, like I was pretty resistant to getting married early and having kids early, because I always hated having like that expectation. What's up, QB? I missed you. Welcome back. I'm back from Oregon. I was sharing pictures from my trip in Oregon. We've talked about so many things today, you guys. I'm happy to go back to any topic. Now it's an open stream. We can talk about anything. We were looking at our mushroom pictures. Our mushroom pictures. Oh, I gotta show you some of the stuff. So I got this chanterelle pin, which I'm assuming these are chanterelles, and then I got this Oregon pin. It only focuses if it's next to my face, but it has a little mushroom on it. It's so cute. Luther said, I must clarify I'm not from the US, and they were my online friends. Oh, I see. Well, it is very common for Mormons to get married early, so absolutely. Thank you. Oh, you're so kind. You figured out the formula. Refly cracked the code earlier. When Refly started commenting on my appearance positively, it made the stream so much better. The trick is if the stream's ever going off the rails, just comment my appearance and everything will be fine. We talk very often about like recognizing greed and vanity, because that's important. Recognize your own potential for greed and vanity, because you have it. It's natural. I am quite vain. It can. Oh, thank you. Thanks for giving the tips. By the way, Chunky says, I've watched some of your streams lately. Hell yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I haven't commented before. No problem. People are welcome to lurk and hang out. You're from Oregon. No! That's amazing. What part of Oregon, if you wouldn't mind? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but I want to move to Oregon. I'm talking about moving to Oregon. Thank you so much for following. Appreciate that. My follower goal has been met. 210. I appreciate that. I was so amazed with the. Yeah. Watch out. I'm be your future neighbor, whether you like it or not. Let me show you another waterfall. There's this cool hidden waterfall in an area. It was like right off the coast. It was like almost as tall as the Multnomah Falls, which are the super, I forget what this one's called. It was so cool though. It was like hidden in the, you see how high up it is here? It went all the way down to the bottom. It's hidden in the rainforest. This is the same place where I took that super green photo. I was born in Southern Oregon. I'm living in rural Eugene area right now. Oh, cool. Nice. Do you like living there? We're thinking about moving to more the north areas, like around Portland. I just love Portland. I think I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses, because I've heard there's a lot of problems like homelessness and I don't know what else. Weird people. But that's what I want. I want the weird people. I want to go to the clown meetup. I want to go to Like, I want to be with the weird people. I want to be with the people who are dancing around in a field and acting silly and having rainbow houses, and kind of just trying to make the most out of their existence. Because life, I don't know, life can get pretty bleak and depressed. Like, there always needs to be a combination, right, of reminding ourselves of the reality. So the reality is, for those who weren't here in the beginning of the stream, the reason why I'm moving to Oregon is because Salt Lake is just simply not the place to live anymore. In 20, 30 years, it will be a wasteland. People will be fighting over water. It will be just an absolute mess and disaster due to climate change. I could try and vote as much as I can, but literally there's nothing I can do. Because fundamentally people don't want to change. They don't want to change their habits. The alfalfa farmers don't want to stop watering stop having their water rights and watering their fields. The governor wants us to pray for water. Like, people are just waiting around for the federal government or for the Mormon church to just bail us out instead of actually doing anything. You're living in Salt Lake like a cryptid? Yeah. What's a cryptid? I'm looking it up. I've heard that word before, but... An animal or creature whose existence is claimed by eyewitness accounts. Never been proven to exist. Oh, you mean like Bigfoot? Bigfoot is super common out there. Oh, like the Loch Ness Monster too? And the Cthulhu? Yeah. Yeti. People love Bigfoot in Oregon. I was seeing like all these signs and statues and stickers and little stuff. So, oh, you lived in Portland for many years. Oh, nice. Well, I know it's not perfect. I know I'm glamorizing it, and I'm sure Chunky, I'm sure that you hearing this are like, actually, but and I know. And I probably, when I move there, it's going to, the negative aspects are going to be revealed. But life is full of trade-offs, right? Like, you're going to have negative aspects of wherever you live. And so it kind of just is up to you, like, what trade-offs do you want to have? For me, I want somewhere where it feels relatively more stable, like less likely for there to be a drought every single year and people to be panicking every single year and nothing to be done every single year. You know, it's so much stress, and like it's always up in the air of like what's gonna happen, and are people gonna lose their homes, and like are we gonna get cancer, are we gonna, you know, it's when that's like your everyday life. You go to the store and people are talking about it. You look at the news and people are talking about it. You can't escape it. It's in the air. The stress of everything is constantly present in the air here. And I just can't anymore. Like Mothman. Are Wisconsin and Oregon close at all? Let me see if I can think about it from memory. No. Wisconsin is much farther east. Oregon is very west. Let's see if I'm right. Wisconsin is close to Michigan, right? I don't know. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, I'm right. I know my geography. Here's Oregon. It's all the way on the west. And then we were looking specifically at at this area right here. Here's Oregon. Here's Wisconsin. And here's Michigan, right next to each other. But the Great Lakes area is really good. It's almost Appalachia. Yeah. This is another great climate zone if you're really, it varies. Like for me and my husband, we tend to be much more skeptical and kind of worried about climate change. Other people, not so much. And, it's all based on the risk you want to take, right? If you want to move to Florida and take on those risks, fine. It's your life. It's your existence. I think it's just best to be aware of what you're risking, right? Let's see. Salt Lake is where I've been in, so QB said, I've been in the naked bike ride in Oregon before. It was fun. What? Wait, what is this? Do people ride their bikes naked? That'd be interesting. Luther said non-coastal USA is slightly underrated. Are you sure? I don't know, like non-coastal USA kind of sucks. USA as a whole just kind of sucks. But okay, you're right. Some coastal areas of the US are overrated. That's true, for sure. Los Angeles and New York City are absolutely overrated. I would not recommend moving there at all. I've been to both those places and I was very disappointed. If you live there and you like it, that's fine. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult where anybody lives. The thing about having opinions is you're always going to insult somebody. I'm learning that. It's actually impossible to please anyone. If you wanna have opinions, if you wanna have an identity and sense of self, you have to piss some people off. Damn it. I generally don't want to be mean though. That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out a way to have opinions without being mean. It's a hard balance. Salt Lake is where they moved to when they legalized the family in Godfather. Is that so? Reflex said the grass is always greener on the other side, but plants in the grass might contain better tasting weeds, herbs, vegetables, or fruit. That's fair. For example, in Napa, which is also a desert, it's really good at growing grapes. Not because the soil is more nutritious, but because the soil is less nutritious. So the grapes have to fight harder, the roots have to fight harder to find the nutrition. And there's less water. Something about that. I know. But also, like, the greener places also, like, are less likely to run out of water. And water is essential for life. So, Refly is bragging about his knowledge of geography. Congratulations. Chunky says the price of houses in Oregon is crazy though. Mostly because a lot of Californians sold their houses for lots of money and arrived in Oregon flush with cash and drove up the prices. Oh yeah, I did hear about that as well. Yeah, absolutely. High prices. Similarly in Utah, actually, a lot of people from California are moving to Utah. Wait a minute. Nudity is not illegal in Portland as long as you're not being... What? Are you serious? That's actually crazy. QB said they have a whole nudist county in Oregon. I haven't been, but it's wild nonetheless. And he also said naked bike ride happens every year. I'm looking this up, not on stream, but... This is crazy. Oh, okay, some people are wearing underwear. Let me just scroll through and make sure. That's crazy. So, QB, you've done this before? Also, if somebody would explain to me why there's a X here, it never made sense to me. A DX to make Portland. Because this means Portland. Joyful community-driven events during Bike Summer. It's part protest, part celebration, calling attention to oil dependency, cyclist vulnerability, and the beauty of body freedom. This sounds awesome. Vibrant, welcoming community. Thank you for checking your ego, Refly. That's right. That's interesting. So, oh wait, so there's multiple naked bike rides. Interesting. So this is the big one. Many different naked bike rides. We gladly affirm everyone's right to protest by riding naked. First of all, that sounds... As a woman, I don't know about that. I don't think I would want to do that. Just saying. There's certain anatomical things, limitations that I would not want to. I don't like riding a bike anyway. Or a horse. I'd have to take it side saddle. Okay, that's too much information. PDX is the airport code. X means international. Oh, and so it just... Because, like, in everywhere, I see this everywhere. In, like, markets and signs. Gross. Ew. What are you talking about? Bodies are beautiful. No. I will not accept this. Disgust. Bodies are beautiful and should be celebrated, and I will be streaming from the Portland naked bike ride next time it happens. Oh, look, the people are wearing clothes. Some of them. Oh, the post was deleted from Instagram. That's funny. Here's one little... See, some people are wearing clothes. I'm imagining a lot of the women are not wearing shirts. I know in Brazil there's also a great expression of bodies, especially women's bodies. Carnival. I was not allowed to go outside of the house during that time. Or watch TV, for that matter. Because I'm not allowed to see the women's bodies. But yeah, like, people have, like, full body paint and, like, the stickers and... Or just no stickers at all, just naked. Personally, I'm weird, so we'll just start it off there. We'll start that out. I'm weird, okay? So I could, like, go around and see a bunch of naked bodies and not sexualize them. I'd be fine if I go to, like, a nudist thing. Not to brag or anything. Not to brag or anything. But I'm fine seeing a naked body and not sexualizing it. Maybe that's the normal thing. Luther said, I know I haven't been here long, but I watched a different film recently, which I think you might like. It's called Eddington. It came out last year. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, it's got Pedro Pascal. Wait, I saw the trailer for this, I think. The COVID movie with Joaquin Phoenix. I love Joaquin Phoenix. During the COVID pandemic and the George Floyd protests. Right. Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer and saying, oh, I might want to watch that. Thanks for reminding me. You thought it was good? Yeah, that was a crazy time, for sure. QB says, I have a pair of pasties on my PS5. Some rave girl at Base Candy gave them to me. Nice. Were they used? Just kidding. You do not have to answer that. Don't answer that. Interesting. Cool. A souvenir. Chunky says, you don't really see nude people in Portland very often, but sometimes during protests. Okay. And it's just fine then. It's fine to just be naked and just protest. Interesting. And you don't get any sort of like public indecency. Oh, she's definitely moving there now. Yeah, if the greenery couldn't convince me, the naked bodies did. Speaking of which, one of the areas we stopped on our journey, a very long journey from Oregon to Salt Lake, was the Garden of Eden. Yeah. We stopped at the Garden of Eden. One second. There's this random truck stop called the Garden of Eden in Idaho, of all places. And it's just like, it's this place, it's got a giant, this is a fake tree, by the way. And it's got like a waterfall, and it's a oasis, a magical oasis. It's got like fake sky posted on the walls. It was really strange. The strangest part was the atrium, was this area right here. Like a fake snake, you know, Satan. And the bathrooms had pictures of naked, like, you know, a naked woman for Eve and a naked man for Adam. And it was like, refresh yourself. It was very surreal, like right in front of the bathroom. If you ever have the chance to visit, I mean, it's not really worth visiting. It really isn't. All it has is, so it has like a food paradise. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. A place to refuel and relax. Okay, so it has a Sonic, a Pizza Hut, a Cinnabon, a Taco Time, and it, you know, it's interesting. It portrays this like, oh yeah, natural food, and then like what all they have is like freaking fast food. Yeah. So how would a nudist county work? I guess like people just like hang out outside of their house, like when they're mowing the lawn and stuff. I remember I had some neighbors from Russia, and they're elderly, but they would wear like swimsuits outside when they're mowing the lawn. Like the woman would just be out in her bikini just mowing the lawn, and my parents would make like really sly comments about, like very judgmental comments. And that's from the very beginning. That's how I learned to be ashamed of women's bodies. Started them off young. Unfortunately. QB said, yeah, it happens right around my birthday. And me and my ex did the bike ride one year. It was super fun. It took a while to get used to having my bare booty on the bike seat. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, they have like special pants for a reason, right? Special bike pants. But that would be so interesting, being around a lot of other naked. I mean, like when I go to the spa, that's the only time. Like if I go to a Korean spa, and I think I'm okay. I'm okay with my body, and I wouldn't be worried. That's the thing. It's never about other people. It's always about, I'm worried about myself and how I look. Super self-conscious. Now I'm finally at the point where like I just don't care. I'll just go. I mean, one of the benefits is that I'm 28. QB, I plead the fifth. It looks like Great Wolf Lodge, also in Oregon. Is that something similar? Oh, that's a consideration. Too many flying rocks and twigs. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Nudism is all good, but some situations do call for some clothing. Right. We have clothing for a reason. I mean, the Christians will have us believe that we have clothing because we're embarrassed about our bodies and we're ashamed to be naked around each other, but it does serve some practical purposes, right? Which QB mentioned that I'm now thinking about. I guess I'll scratch that off my bucket list. mowing the lawn naked. Okay, I guess I won't be doing that. But like, there's some people who like don't even walk around in their house naked, and it's like, why not? It's your house. I mean, there's nothing illegal about it. That's the primary concern I have is it illegal? If you're in your house, it is not illegal. Hi, Dom. We're talking about nudism. We are so back. We're so back. Back and better than ever. My friend who lost it recently was always taking his pants off and saying, "Join the revolution." I'm just picturing that now. That reminds me of the accept yourself guy. Accept yourself. Love yourself. I mean, what, how do you know if someone's crazy or not? How do you know if you're crazy? I've been looking at other people who like have been called crazy and seeing a lot of similarities with them, and that's making me think, oh shit, maybe I am crazy. when you start to relate to the crazy people, I think that's how you know you might be crazy. Chunky says, I'm not familiar with the nudist county, but public nudity is legal in the entire state if local laws don't declare it to be illegal. That's just crazy. Wow. There's a lot of things that are legal. It's my understanding too that like almost all drugs are legal as well. That might be specific to different cities. That is another consideration though. So something we talk about a lot on this channel is mushrooms. So you probably could have guessed this, but I do have a certain fondness for my... Wait, I've got my book. I got this book from Portland. I got this beautiful book. These are legal in Portland. I mean, nationally they are still a Schedule I substance, so at your own risk. But in Oregon, just saying. I mean, not that that's ever stopped me, but yeah. No, the mushrooms are illegal. The mushrooms are illegal. The book is not. You can purchase this book just fine. But look, it's got so many recipes in here. Okay, look at this. So first of all, it teaches you how to make extractions, to dose things, to make tea, to make capsules, and also to prevent ethanol extraction, step by step with really good pictures. But then it goes into really cool recipes, different drinks you can make. So this one is electric Kool-Aid. And then, and it's kind of cute names. So this one's called psilocybin, because it's a chai. Psilocybin. Chunky says, I wouldn't mow the lawn naked because I've been hit by flying debris before. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, no. Not good. Dom said, where's the acceptance potion redeem? Oh shit, do I not have one? We do need to accept. That's true. Acceptance. Acceptance of our fate. By the way, I hope you're doing well. I would love if you would share if in your... Oh, look, you already shared an insight. Dom is full of really good spiritual insights. I always found that this quote funny. I consider madness a spiritual experience in which man has not been able to handle. In India, there have been a great many yogis who live like madmen, and there are also such yogis in Greece. What is the difference between a yogi and a madman? A yogi is able to handle his experiences, and a madman generally ends up in a lunatic asylum. Oh, so there is a distinction. I like that. Yeah. I think, like, you can definitely, like, there's nothing wrong with being crazy. I mean, as long as you're not doing harm to yourself or others. And I think that's where it becomes a problem. That's where you end up in, become institutionalized. Right? But if you just, like, go against the grain and act differently than everyone else, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Oh, cool. Well, Luther, there's a lot of people here that are roughly the same age. Yeah, like in their late 20s, early 30s. So, you are welcome here. We're trying to figure this out. Any fellow people on the cusp? People who aren't Gen Z or millennial? On the fringes? Yeah. Neither group claims me, so. I would imagine Utah has a few freaky conservative laws. I don't know of any. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any really interesting laws. But yeah, psilocybin mushrooms are definitely not legal here. Unless, we've already talked about the Religious Freedom Protection Act, which is not a path of defensibility, but it is a path of, let's see, what's the word? Like, you can use it, because, like, some cases have been won by churches and by individuals based on that act who are practicing genuine religious practices with psilocybin. And it's a protection that was initially developed for Native Americans using, their plant substances for spiritual practices. But now it can transfer on to other substances. But I think the most important thing is, like, to just be safe, be sincere in your practice, and, like, don't, like, with anything I do, I never involve money in anything. And that's usually the best way. The best way is to grow things yourself. Grow it yourself. The crack shots were the cause. The Zoomers called it cringe. Dom says, I think there's more to it, but it speaks to the overlap, I think, and the wildness of spiritual path. Right. I mean, you remember that YouTube channel I was showing you, right before I left? The guy who's like, how to have an instant ego death right now. Let me find the video. He's been posting a bunch of videos, and a bunch of people have kind of been accusing him of really just kind of going off the deep end. But it's working for him, that's the thing. I'll show you. I just keep seeing these in my feed, all these videos. What ego death feels like, I wish I could forget. How I found God on a remote Japanese island. How I learned to stop thinking. He intentionally, I'm convinced he intentionally chooses the images that make him look the most unhinged. The most unhinged and off the walls, in order for people to click. It worked for me. I clicked on this and I was like, whoa, this guy his eyes are kind of, whoa, very intense. He wishes he could forget. I don't know. Should we watch it?
I saw this blackness come over my entire vision, like the doors were closing. But the moment before I completely disappeared, I felt this intense fear come up out of nowhere and fight to come back. Now,
He's doing this on purpose. He's doing this on purpose, you guys. He was saying a lot of, actually true things. But I think he's kind of ruining a lot of stuff for everyone. Because I don't know. Does anybody else get mad when somebody sells out? When someone sells out, or when somebody's obviously doing something for attention or money or whatever, that's it, performing. Thank you. Again, he's saying things that are true, but the way he's saying them is making him. So if you go to the comments, here, I'll go to the comments of the other video I was playing. How to have an instant ego death right now. Aware of this? But it might be, sometimes the first thing you see is the negative comments, so that might be pushed down by now. But there were people say, oh yeah, bruh, you're high as fuck, people saying he's crazy, but it seems like now there's a lot more positive comments, which is good. Is someone heading out? Oh, thank you so much, Luther, for hanging out today, and thank you for the follow as well. It was really nice hanging out with you. I hope to see you again soon. Chunky said, sorry, it's weird just sitting here in silence. Chunky said, my brother and I used to go hunting for those mushrooms late at night. Do you know how to recognize them? Those are hard to recognize. Wow, so you're a real forager then. The one thing I know is that they stain blue because of the psilocybin. But the little brown mushrooms, I've been told, just to generally stay away from, because they all look so similar, right? And so it's very likely that you'll get something that's poisonous. But that's cool. And it sounds like you might have found some that were not poisonous, because you're still here, you're alive. That's good. Imagine a person talking to you like this in real life. I would think they're a freak. We have to... Okay, if this is how he really is, if this is how his demeanor really, truly is, then, okay. It's so different than what I'm used to people acting like. So that's what's making me seem like, making me come to the conclusion that he's performing. But if I'm wrong, then okay.
I saw this blackness come over my entire vision, like the doors were closing. But the moment before I completely disappeared, I felt this intense fear come up out of nowhere and fight to come back. That was me, the ego, coming back from total ego death
It's mesmerizing, not gonna lie.
The closest way I can describe it is, it's like going to sleep, but knowing you're not going to dream. Like going to sleep for the last time.
I'm sorry. It's so unsettling. Okay, let me.
The only difference between total death
I'm afraid.
is that life still happens. The things around you still appear. You still cook dinner, make food. But there's no you doing it. Before I fought that blackness away, I was in this weird in-between state for a week. I was at this Buddha center when all of a sudden I realized the me I believed I was nothing more than a bundle of thoughts. When I realized that, it's like everything snapped. It's like I've been living a lie my whole life.
I mean, like, again, he's speaking. Yeah. Nothing he's inherently saying is incorrect or off. It's just it's the way he's saying it that's really kind of disturbing. But Dom says, I think sometimes people emulate how they think a super spiritual person would act. That may be true. I don't know. I feel like our intuition is pretty. I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't know this person. I don't know this person at all. So I don't want to like be mean. I don't want to be mean. But sometimes it's good to trust your intuition. Like if you get really bad vibes from something or someone, then it's usually, you know, usually there's a reason for it, right? But Chunky says the ones that stain blue are cubensis. We never hunted for those. Oh, I see. The ones we were after were semiluncata, usually called Liberty Caps. Those are the brown ones. Let me look at them. Oh, okay. Those look pretty. So they're also a psilocybe, but they're not a cubensis. I need to brush up on my mushroom knowledge. There's so much to learn. I really want to go to the mushroom festival in Colorado this year. We'll see if we can make it. That'd be so awesome. Okay, so these ones are more. I can show this, right? I think so. It's pronounced like similanceta. Okay, similanceta. Got it. Chunky says, I can't tell one mushroom from another. It was my brother that knew everything about mushrooms. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, yeah. So, like, it's always good to go with an expert. Sita. Oh. No. No, I just don't know how to read. Okay. It's pronounced similanceta. Got it. But look how many lookalikes there are. Ooh, see, I wouldn't be able to tell between this one and this one. That would be very difficult. Oh, they're so small too. Interesting. Yeah, I've only ever partaken in actually one species ever, and that's the cubensis. So, I'm kind of afraid to try other types, not gonna lie. Once you, like, I don't know, like, I found something that works for me, so it's like, why change it, you know? Okay, look at this. There's shroom and broccoli hand pies. I think it affects the potency when you cook it. It said so in the beginning, but it's still kind of fun. Shroomlet. A shroomlet. Don't worry, if you come over to my house and I cook for you, I will not make any of these. You not to worry. A grilled cheese shroomwich. No, you don't have anything to worry about. But if I serve you cookies and shroom ice cream, if I serve you something that looks like this, watch out. Chunky went to a specific part of Jamaica. The mushrooms are legal there, but not in the rest of Jamaica. Oh, interesting. Please don't mention tonsil stones while we're... Okay. Says the guy who brought it up. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say anything about my tonsil stones today. But if you insist. If you have to remove them, just mention you're going to the restroom. Okay. Okay, got it. Oh shit, there's ads. I'm so sorry, there's ads coming up. I'm gonna continue to look through this book while the ads are playing. Sorry. Dom says, classic chess quote, if you see a good movie, look for a better one. Oh, if you see a good move, look for a better one. No tonsil stone shaming, please. Dom says, classic case of that is lots of eye contact and forced smile. Well, and it's, with that video, it wasn't only, it was like permanent eye contact, like unbreaking, unwavering. I'm always super skeptical of people who make it sound like they have all the answers, because no one does. Fundamentally. Okay, I hope this is something we can all agree on. No one person has all the answers. If they say they do, they're lying. Or they're just super ignorant. So that's what also makes me very skeptical, is if somebody, when somebody has that like guru behavior, and not like an actual guru, but like a performative guru who's like, come here and I'll tell you everything you need to know. I have all the wisdom. I'm like, do you though? What makes a good guru? I think somebody who's definitely humble. I always trust people who are humble, who have a lot of wisdom. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of wisdom, a lot of life experience, but they're not bragging about it. They're not like, they only bring it up if it's context appropriate. Right? They're not just like trying to tell everyone and trying to like convert everyone to follow them or whatever, And like, I know some people are imperfect. Like, I know someone, for example, who he himself has a lot of wisdom to share. And yeah, in some aspects he is kind of egotistical, but he recognizes that he is egotistical, and that's the distinction. Like, he'll say things to people and it'll be like a quote, and somebody will be like, oh, that's another one of your quotes, and he'll laugh. He won't like be defensive or be like denying or anything. He laughs with the joke of like, yeah, this guy's egotistical, or like he enjoys having quotes and people quoting him and people massaging his ego. Like he's self-aware, right? And that's great. Not saying you have to be like this super like not taking credit for anything, or super like ascetic, I think is the word. Like very very pious, but as long as you're self-aware, then... Dom says, I was speaking to this advanced meditator for a while, but he didn't want to be my teacher. He used the word spiritual friend. I fuck with that. Nice. Spiritual friend. Okay. So there's like no hierarchy. It's kind of like you're on the same playing field. He just happens to have some wisdom and knowledge that you don't. A lot of it's about like power. Who holds power over another, you know? I mean, I think it's important to not believe everything that someone says. But there are ways in which people perform or organize themselves which makes it seem like that person has all the answers. And when somebody's acting the way this YouTuber is acting, that's why it rubs me the wrong way. Sam says, people have told me I'd be a good guru. Interesting. Do you think so? Do you agree with that? Chunky said there were 2 restaurants in that place at that time that made all kinds of mushroom dishes, both owned by members of the same family, that had an argument that broke the family business in 2. I despise the taste of mushrooms, so I just bought the tea. You despise the taste of mushrooms? What? Maybe you just haven't had the right ones. The chanterelles are pretty yummy, just saying. But that's okay. You don't have to like the taste. Not everybody likes it. Mushrooms taste like dirt. Some of them can be quite rubbery. Like I don't like the button mushrooms, or like the porcini mushrooms, or like the ones you buy at the grocery store. I don't think those ones taste good. But like a chestnut mushroom, or an oyster mushroom, oh, delicious. If you mix it in with some meat, like I have ground chicken that's like it got some spicy Italian seasoning, and I just mix in some chopped up chestnut mushrooms, and so it kind of just tastes like more meat. It's like meat. It's like you can have double the meat without the meat. If that makes sense. Oh boy, I'm starting to become delirious. How long have we been streaming for? A while. The internet now says there are beachfront dispensaries, so things have changed since I was there. Oh. Oh, and the psilocybin mushrooms taste awful. They taste terrible. I will agree with that. Those ones taste bad. There's almost nothing you can. That's why I got the book, like to maybe change the taste of it a bit. If I make this, let's see. Perhaps if I make a risotto al fungi, maybe it'll taste better. Maybe I won't taste the bitterness. It's so bitter. What I have to do is I have to eat it with chocolate. I eat a bite of chocolate and then a bite of the, and it has to mask it, but I still kind of almost gag a little bit. Ugh. How about perhaps some creamy garlic shrimp pasta? Delicious. It's traditional, called Kalyana Mita. Oh, okay. Look this up. Admirable friendship in Buddhist communities. But a conversation between Lord Buddha and his disciple Ananda, in which Ananda enthusiastically declares, "This is half of the holy life, Lord. Admirable friendship, admirable companionship, admirable camaraderie." The Buddha replies, "Don't say that. These are actually the whole of the holy life. When a monk has admirable people as friends, companions, and comrades, he can be expected to develop and pursue the noble eightfold path. Sam says, if I had any desire to be a guru, I think so. So you have no desire. Okay. Well, you can do anything you put your mind to. The problem is I take it too seriously. Yeah, that might be a problem. When I fail to live up to my standards, it would hurt me way too much. I think if you take it too seriously, then you might have that problem of like being too attached to what people get from you, right? So I don't think you'd be able to be a guru in that sense. I know I couldn't be a guru because I would be too attached to like making sure people get the right message, you know? I think a good guru would be like any way you get to the message is a good way. You know, it doesn't have, I have my way. This is what I like about like Buddhism and Hinduism as well, is that a lot of, and what I look for in spiritual people is they're saying there's this outcome that you can achieve, but there's so many different ways to get there, right? And it doesn't really matter which way you take. There's some ways that might be a lot easier than others, but you don't have to do that if it doesn't work for you. Dom says we need gene splicing to advance so we can remove the anti-mushroom gene from everyone. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Sam says I grind up the mushrooms and put it in yogurt. I don't know, for some reason that doesn't sound good, but if it works for you, then great. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a new one. They're not nearly as bad as tea, and you can just slam it down and chase it with something else. Not nearly as bad when consumed as tea. Oh yeah. When I do like larger doses, I will do tea, absolutely. I think it's actually better that way too for your nausea than just eating them whole. But if I do like a microdose, I will just eat them whole. Because I'm just too lazy to make the tea. But yeah, tea is a great way to do it. And yeah, you can just make sure it's not too hot, obviously, but then you can just like chug it down. Then you don't have to have it's the papery that I can't handle. It's always dried, so it's like the papery dry shit. It's so gross. And I try and visualize. I'm like, I take a bite of chocolate and I take a bite of the mushroom and I try to visualize, okay, I'm eating a Snickers bar right now. Because the texture is a little bit similar to like the cookie on the inside, but then I accidentally taste a tiny bit of mushroom and I'm like, oh fuck, no, it's not a Snickers bar at all. And you have to really, really focus. Right, so. Dom says he's talking about wise friends. I think that's related but different. Oh, okay, different, whoops. They talk about that as good amount, like keeping wise friends. I read some Tibetan stuff recently, and even though they have a tiered system of practices, whatever works for you at the moment is the pinnacle of practice. Yeah, whatever works for you, that's the best way. Absolutely. All right, my friends. We went through all the images of Portland, of Oregon. We didn't discuss the difference between a granola girl and a crunchy girl, though. Should I talk about that now, or should I save it for tomorrow? I don't know. Basically, the TLDR is I'm going to become a granola girl. I'll just go into it. It'll be fast. It'll be fast. Would you rather become a granola girl or a crunchy girl? Let me tell you the difference. A granola girl is someone who enjoys nature and goes on hikes, while a crunchy advocates for nature but does not necessarily take part in outdoorsy things. Oh, I might be crunchy then. But then you see a comment like this and you're like, oh shit. That's mean. I don't think that's correct. I think granola is an intentional, curated aesthetic. I think a lot of granola people tend to be religious for some reason too. Crunchy, in my opinion, is an aesthetic that happens as a result of being a genuinely outdoorsy person. It's not as pretty or clean as granola. I think I'm going to become a granola person. A granola person is someone that enjoys being outdoors, sustainability, and nature. A crunchy girl is someone that takes a natural and holistic approach to life. Or both. Maybe we could be both. Maybe I could be both. But yeah, I made my own granola yesterday, and I was like, yes, I'm a granola. People usually use it as an insult, actually, if you've ever been on Reddit or other places. Like, they'll use it as a complaint, like, oh, the only person in Utah, you can either date a Mormon or a granola person. It's usually to refer to women. Not sure why. But you didn't know these definitions existed. Well, now you know. Maybe it's knowledge that you probably didn't need to know, but now you know. I think Oregon is gonna make me into a granola person. Look, let's just look. So look at almost moderately granola moms. Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna skip that. But it's a bunch of people, so like granola moms, they're like always concerned about like, oh, I wanna make sure I don't have any chemicals in my prenatal vitamins, or no metal or iron. Or they want iron, never mind. Or like avoiding petroleum, or like avoiding fragrance is a huge one. It was really interesting when I traveled to Portland. Like we went to the farmers market, and like people were selling candles, and they were like giving this whole paragraph about the candle, like, okay, so our candle is BPA free and fragrance free and made with soy and blah 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 blah, and they're like listing all these different things as if this is something that everyone asks about. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know I needed any of this, but cool. Kind of reminds me of like the people who live in California and have to do, there's always that sign that says, this place contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer. I'm not saying that's incorrect. It's most definitely correct. But it's like so difficult to avoid all these you can, there's like a scale, there's a spectrum of how neurotic you can be about what you ingest, what you bring into your home, and so I see myself evolving more into this, where it's like, I think sometimes it's helpful though to remember that this is a luxury that Western cultures have, and that many people in the world, like a candle is a candle. Food is food. We don't care about these things. Not saying they shouldn't care, but it's crazy how in the West we have just like an endless endless amount of choices, and we can choose our candles to be plastic free and BPA free, and there's like 2 P words they used and I didn't recognize them, and how we can have our eggs be regenerative and cage free, and list huge long laundry list of things. It can get kind of like, you can get really into the weeds of it, where people will get really worried and like concerned about, I don't know, it's like really worried about cooking materials and fragrances and buying things. Like I found myself standing in an aisle of a grocery store trying to look at like 20 different options for something, and I'm trying to look for the option that is made with the fewest amount of ingredients and without like all these preservatives and blah blah, and it takes a lot of time, right? Chunky says, some people here can be kind of tiring to talk to. I just do what I think is best for me, and I don't preach about it to other people or look down on them because they think differently. I think that's a great perspective to have. Absolutely. Sometimes what I'm trying to work on is how I present myself, because sometimes I do make it seem like I'm judging people, and that's not what I want. Sometimes I want to just explore, like, why do people think these ways, and like what is DCI said you do come across as incredibly judgmental. Oh shit. Well, thank you for being direct. I love how that was your first comment. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but thank you for telling me. I'm trying to work on it. You can't make these jokes, DCI. DCI, you cannot. How dare you? I thought you were telling the truth. You know what? I've had it. I'm ending the stream right now. We're done. We're done right now. Yeah, I'm gonna spot a concern and double down on it right away. You didn't judge them for it, so you win. Hey, that's right. Good job, me. I didn't judge DCI for... No. I like to take things that people say at face value. I like to assume that what people say is what they mean. But thanks for lightening up the situation, DCI. I appreciate it. Let's see. Dom said, what do they say? There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Right. Sorry, the reason why it made me smile is because my friend posted a Snapchat that was, there is no ethical, oh no, he said, eating ass is the only ethical consumption under capitalism. And that will be in my brain for the rest of time. He probably wouldn't like that I shared that, but you don't know him, so it's fine. In court, Your Honor, you're so judgmental. Yeah, well, I don't know. Judgmental is a label I really want to get away from, because, like, the thing is, Mormons tend to be really judgmental. It's just a cultural thing, and so, like, if there's any remnants of that, I want to get rid of it. Pipe down, Your Honor. You weren't even there. They're the ones who are gonna get judged. True. You're right. I mean, I think maybe that's, no. I think you're onto something. I think that's the reason why they're so judgmental, is because they're afraid of getting judged. It's the fear of judgment when you're faced with, at the end of your life, being judged based on all your actions. They'll line up, like all the good and all the bad, and then maybe there'll be a balance of some kind, like, oh, you did more good than bad. Okay, heaven. The Good Place does a great exploration of this. And I won't spoil it, but yeah, really good. But I think that is what motivates people, because the judgment comes from Mormons looking at other Mormons and saying, you're not Mormon enough. They'll say like, oh, ooh, Susie, she didn't go to church this Sunday. I wonder what she's doing. Or, oh, did you hear that Dave had alcohol with his friends when he went on that trip? I can't believe that. Or what's another one? Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's wearing a skirt that short. She looks like a whore. Very common. I'm being serious. That is what people talk about. Especially women. Oh my God, especially women. Judging each other for what they dress. DCI said, so shouldn't a Mormon's play be to not be the worst Mormon in the room? No, they want to be, every Mormon wants to be the best Mormon in the room. That's the game. You want to be the best. You want your family to be the best. But yeah, you're right. There is not, it's all like this relative, there's no conception of this relativity. Like, oh, well, it you know, as long as I'm a bit better than everybody else, then I have nothing to worry about. Right? So, I mean, shouldn't that be the bare minimum? In The Good Place, it was not that way. It was a very objective, I won't spoil it, but it was a very objective, like, maybe that's a spoiler, I don't know. It was a very objective, like, X amount of good versus X amount of bad, and weigh the scale, and that's what determines it. Oh my gosh, Inspector Diameter, welcome. Oh, I think I've seen you in Eris's community, Aristotle. You always have super amazing memes to share. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. Never go fishing with a Mormon because they'll drink all your beer. Go fishing with 2+ Mormons because they won't drink in front of each other. Actually, I think you're right. It's, well, here's what you're getting at. You're getting at the guilt motivated. Because I was I'm an ex-Mormon. When I first touched alcohol, it was the forbidden fruit, right? And so I kind of went crazy I didn't go crazy, but something that commonly happens is you just kind of, when something's been forbidden for such a long time, our psychology just makes us want to, it's like a scarce resource, right? We just want to have as much of it as we can. But yeah, there is nothing more powerful than social pressure. Yeah, getting over the social pressure has been a lot. DCI said, I'd encourage my fellow Mormons to not be Mormon enough, so the boundary slips and the average for the collective gives me some breathing room. Yeah, like we can't all go to hell, right? God wouldn't do that. He wouldn't send everyone to hell. Or would he? I don't know. It's up to you. You gotta have your choices. Mormon Satan advocated for not having choices so everyone could automatically go to heaven. And so therefore, the Mormon way of doing things is choices are the ultimate thing that you have. And so I guess maybe it would be possible for everyone just to go to hell. And you know what? No, I'm wrong. Mormons don't go to hell, they go to a lower form of heaven. The Mormons who will go to hell have already been decided. That's already been decided. It was the third of humanity that went with Satan. Anyway, we don't need to get into the lore of Mormon. I don't know how we got on the lore of Mormonism, but welcome everyone. Today we've talked about a great many things. We talked about a lot of political topics for some reason. I don't know why. Well, they're relevant, I guess. The data center. The data center and Box Elder looming over us all. And moving to Oregon. How amazing Oregon is. Here, I'm going to share some of the pictures again, just so we can see. And climate migration, which is a real concern for a lot of people. Look at this! Look at this waterfall. When I tell you, when I was out in the forest, have you guys ever gone to a forest and just like you feel, whether you believe in magic or not, you feel the magic. I looked at the, and I was like, this is magic. I do believe in magic. I don't believe in it. I believe that magic is different than how I grew up thinking it was. So I'm trying to create magic for myself. Magic to me is just like something that's awe-inspiring. So for our atheists out there, I like to refer to atheists as one giant group, and I'm sorry. I need to not do that. That's what pre-Oregon me did. I need to not. I've been confronted with some atheists that are just so I'm sorry. They're just so like, if you even use the word magic, magic. They just get mad for some reason. If I use the word magic, or like if I use the word faith or miracle, and it's like, my brother in Christ, I did not mean to to refer to things that don't exist. I think magic exists. I do. I don't know why I feel like I'm gonna start crying. Oh, okay. It's been a long stream, you guys. We've been streaming for like 4 hours. Thanks for being here with me. Anyways, nature is magical. Find a way to go out and touch grass. And I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about, I don't think. Dom says, David Bentley Hart says, some have a little barbarian in them that wants to win, but to win, others pay the ultimate cost. I'm trying to unpack what that means. Sorry. Interesting. Speaking on the idea of hell. Oh, okay. To win, others pay the ultimate cost. Interesting. Chunky says, my family has beef with the Mormons. One of my ancestors loaned Joseph Smith money for the move from New York out west because he wanted to travel along with them. What? Wait, I haven't heard this lore before. When they got to Utah and he wanted his loan repaid, they told him it was a donation to the church, which he was not a member of, or so the lore goes. What? You're telling me that Joseph Smith owes your family? That's actually absurd. We're at the stage of the stream where we just become delirious, and I just start laughing at everything. That's actually crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, something that really made me stop believing in Mormonism, I think, was just realizing that Joseph Smith was just a man. The prophets are just men. And that's it. And men are men in the term of humans. Humans are very flawed. The church is very flawed. Therefore, the church is a human construction. And not something I believe in. But if other people want to believe in that to have existential peace, then great. Excellent. I'm not gonna judge you. Inspector said the LDS Church didn't get rich by paying back their loans. Oof. Well, they're quite rich. They have we've looked up this statistics before, but it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Like a mega corporation amount of money. Hundreds of billions dollars. Oh shit. Never mind. What? That can't be right. Oh my god. I was passing around the statistic of hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Let me correct that. Oh, Jesus. That's a lot. You could save the Great Salt Lake with that money. Will they? Probably not. I went to Boise, Idaho, and my husband and I kept mentioning how Boise is like it's like the Mormon, the place that the Mormon Church wishes Salt Lake was. I feel like if Brigham Young didn't say this is the place for where we live, then I think the LDS Church would move to Boise like that. If you go there, it's like this. The streets are perfect and clean and look like they've been power washed. There's like, just beautiful built. Everything's new and white and that's what. And so, but I don't think the church will ever move because of that. Because like Utah is the place, right? Although in The Expanse, if you ever watched the Amazon sci-fi show, The Expanse, space Mormons, they built the LDSS Nauvoo and flew in a spaceship to future planets. Let's see. Chunky says, I don't think he owes us money, but it's funny family history. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's a hilarious family story. That's funny. Okay. All right. I think it's about time to wrap up the stream. I'll leave you with this beautiful image while oops, 1 second. I will not leave you with the image. Well, I find someone to raid. Okay. Who should I raid? Who's live? No, I'm not gonna rap. Absolutely not. I rapped one time and it was the most embarrassing thing I ever did. I will not be doing that again. It brings up really bad memories. Oh yeah. I wanted to raid Duncan. Let's raid Duncan. I don't know what's going on with his makeup, but he's doing something fun. He always does something fun. It's Dark Duncan. Oh, Dark Duncan. Let's go. Everyone say hello to Dark Duncan. He's super inspirational. He's been streaming non-stop. He's been doing Red Dead Redemption roleplay streams. He's been doing his scam baiting streams. He's got his whole multiverse of streaming entertainment. Thank you so much, Inspector. I'm so glad that you decided to stop by. We do talk about philosophy, so if you're interested in philosophy, we talk about philosophy sometimes. We read, we've read a few philosophy books, but a lot of what we talk, I'm open to everything really, like spirituality, hardcore philosophy, like yes, even Nietzsche. I won't enjoy it, but memes, Weird Al, all sorts of stuff. Mod Refly. Okay. Have fun with Dark Duncan. Let's go. My thing is stuck. I'm not gonna be able to go over and see him. Nice to see you, Dom. It was so nice to see you guys. Thank you so much, Chunky, for hanging out today. It was a really great conversation. And I hope to see you again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.